Hello.
Hello.
So, more Strem.
More Steins good.
More Steins. And, Okabe, it's time to get fucking serious. No more of that, all that shit.
Yeah, no. Fair to him, he was worried about their, them being alive or whatever, but god damn it. What's up?
Oh. Oh, okay.
You watch it.
Apparently, Square Enix didn't respond to, the dispute of the copyright claim.
Ah.
On, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Well,
So,
if they don't answer, it's just gonna be non-claimed.
Exactly. So here we are.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's how that works.
That's their fault.
Yeah. That's what a lot of them do.
Yeah. It's just annoying. Fucking respond, please. Get your shit together.
I mean, at least it's not every time, unlike this game.
That's true.
And it's not even Spike Chunsoft that's claiming it. So
No.
it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's the people who distribute the CDs from the game. But they don't own the rights to the game. So they can't actually claim it when we're playing the game.
Oh well.
Oh.
So we what did we do the first part of like the first half part of last stream? I forget. I only really remember.
We went out to buy parts.
Oh yeah, we went to buy parts. Right? Yes, to make the.
And then Miley was surprisingly sharp and philosophical about all this.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And then we went out to, I don't know, grocery shop, and we got another weird email with a decapitated head doll. Then we ran back, and Okabe
Don't worry about it.
was being an idiot.
Don't worry about it.
No, it fits his character, but god fucking damn it.
Pearls? You cannot hash it.
She got some.
Yeah, to see that. Hold it still. Okay, well, I think we should just get into it. Honestly. Okay, Pearls.
If it's escape for it.
Try. It sometimes works. Okay.
I think we're just gonna.
Sure.
Alright, 2 days have passed, that's right.
Yeah.
Since that time.
Not much important has happened
No.
in the last 2 days.
Next, she's just developing the time leap machine, so.
Yeah. Kurisu and Mayuri haven't left the lab once. Oh, okay. During that time, Dara and I have done our best to support Kurisu's work on the phone wave.
I'm subject to change!
According to Daru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for our use.
Sure. If Daro says it's easy, Daro says it's easy.
It's not so much that. I'm just more like, okay, so you're gonna generate black holes in France. How are you gonna utilize the black holes in France?
Well, they sent data through the black hole and back. So it compresses the data. Since they have a direct line, they can do that.
I guess?
Hey, it's plausible. It's a bit of a workaround away, but what else can you do?
Don't
Don't worry about it.
Whatever.
It's not impossible. When they somehow have a direct line. Your head's like, I don't know about that.
The black holes form the proton collision point, where the lifter is installed, and exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. I am very much pressing X to doubt. The gravity of the black hole compress matter to infinite density. Density.
I'm vibing right now, by the way.
Why is it going so hard?
This is the main theme of the original game.
It is?
This place, every time shit happens. It's
But
so good.
We're not doing anything. We're just standing here and thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And the music is just like, holy shit, things happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, nothing's happening. But
I buy
whatever.
a little bit later.
CERN uses the lifter at max capacity to keep the compression under control, but we're going to dial it down a bit. This way, mini black holes, infinite compression won't get out of hand.
2 out of hand. Is what it said.
Same.
Before you eat them all. You know, once I start, I can't stop.
Yeah, I know. Our plan is to send our memory data while they're active, compressing it to 36 bytes plus alpha.
Yeah. You know, all the information that is sent when you send a mail. Just an X amount. We don't know how much it is. We just know it leaves 36 bytes.
Dado has been coding the necessary program. So I don't know, it feels a little anticlimactic that we're gonna use the LHC to do this stuff. I'm like,
Don't worry.
What about our own?
Well, we're still using our own. We're using both. Don't worry, Kurisu will explain exactly what happens.
As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, comrade.
Our lifter, come
The
on.
unknown device that pumps electrons into the phone wave
Name started to change?
and keeps our black hole open.
Yeah, I still don't know what that is.
No. Kurisu couldn't find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something on the outside.
Like, I fucking told you. They never even consider it could be outside before they searched everything inside.
Well, you know, gotta start somewhere.
Still.
It's like, it's a little easier to search within the machine before you start searching outside the machine.
I mean, it can't be that far away from the machine, so. But whatever.
No, but still. All I'm saying is, it's less space you have to search through.
But maybe more things.
Well,
The machine has a lot of parts in it.
A microwave doesn't have that many parts. You'd be surprised.
But still, yeah, the fact you have to dismantle it and stuff to see is sounds like a lot of work to me. But whatever.
You don't have to
I
do
also
that
have
much.
the hindsight on me here, so.
Your hindsight is definitely not 2020. Because you're blind as fuck.
That's not what hindsight means.
I know. I know, it's just a saying of hindsight is 2020 because you will always be able, you will always have the better solution when looking back at things.
No. My hindsight is not 2020. My hindsight is 120. It's better than 2020.
How the fuck is that possible?
I mean, some people's vision is like 2015. So their vision is better than the average. It's just an average.
I don't know how those numbers work. Whatever.
It basically means when people can see 15 meters away, you can see 20 meters away. So you can see further. That's what those mean. It's the Snellen thing.
I'm sorry, that doesn't, I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Like, mine is worse than...
Yeah.
Mine's worse than, like, 2200, which I think is the worst.
But anyways. We're not sure what that could be, and so far we have no idea where to start looking. I consulted Daru about that threatening email, but Daru insisted that there's no way CERN could have discovered his hacking yet. Charles, you're distracting me by going at my headset.
I don't know about that, Daru. You may feel so sure. Still have my doubts. Honestly.
Yeah.
How could they not know?
That's your phone.
Yeah.
Going ham, as always. You're so popular.
No, this is literally just it's learning. It's my study.
You're so popular.
No,
Even the school loves you.
that's not how this works.
Well, of course I had him make doubly sure we hadn't been tracked. His test came back clean. What tests?
I don't know.
How do you perform these tests? How are you sure that these... What?
I don't know.
Oh, well. But somehow knowing that that
does not ease my anxiety. No.
Am I wrong that I feel like there should be a comma in there?
Nope.
No?
This is English.
This is like, but somehow knowing that does not
You
ease...
also never put a comma after that.
I'll show you. I'll be wrong, but I'll put it there.
This is the English language.
Okay.
Commas basically only exist if you put sentences together.
Which one?
Which one?
After two commas. Which one are you talking about?
The normal one, the Oxford comma.
The Oxford comma. Oh, okay.
That's the one normal people use, you know.
That's a new one.
I don't know.
Because it used to be different.
Yeah, it hasn't been in a long time.
No, but I remember it was a new thing. Quite a bit into after I had started having English classes. They were talking about like, oh, there's a new Oxford comma, but that's not what we're gonna teach you.
It's just stupid. It's the one you should have learned because it's the one people use now.
Yeah, but at the time you weren't sure like which one was gonna be the dominant one.
No.
So
it is the same
what
thing
are
in
they
Danish.
supposed to
We
do?
also had a new comma rule in Danish
Yeah.
when we were doing it, which we were not taught because it was less commas, basically like the English comma.
Yeah, it was.
Stupid.
It's I'm not sure about the new comma rule in Danish. Do people use it?
Most people probably haven't been taught it, so I don't think so.
I feel like a lot of people use it because instead of using full stops, people just continuously use commas.
That's because they're used to English,
Yeah, exactly.
which is different still than that.
Yeah. Okay, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not 100% sure as to how it's supposed to be. Well, doesn't matter. Well. Okay. Oh, new message.
It's from Lukako!
Ah.
Summer plans. Have you gone to any festivals or fireworks shows this summer? Maybe you have plans to go with Mayuri-chan later. Yes, I did 22 practice swings with Samidare.
Uh-huh. No reply.
Fuck you, Lukako.
Yeah.
We'll give you your attention later.
Whoops, I need to press the other button.
Yeah. B just takes away the box.
Yeah. So 13th. By the afternoon, Kurisu's time leap machine was nearing completion.
There it is, the ridiculous headset.
Yep.
Also, what the fuck is up with that keyboard?
What's with the keyboard?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
XF, what the fuck is that? XF 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those could just be like you have programmable keys.
I don't know. It's also funny that there's like one button that is clearly a Japanese character.
There are 2.
Where's the other one?
At each end of the where the space is.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant that one.
Oh, that one.
That's clearly an ooh.
Yeah, but there's also the 2 other ones.
Yeah, but those are to switch between kanji and hiragana and katakana, I think.
Ah. Then what about the one besides the one up at the top? Up to the left?
Is that just escape?
Is that escape?
I think that's supposed to be escape. It's hard to read.
That's not where escape is supposed to be. Escape is supposed to be above that.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like escape to me.
I don't think that's escape.
But
escape would be the one above it.
It's really hard to read.
Yeah.
This fucking keyboard.
Yeah, this definitely was not supposed to look like this to begin with.
No.
This is definitely something they've put over later.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, doesn't matter. I suppose. This is the weird keyboard.
Yeah. But it is also a weird computer.
Yes, I know, but still.
Is it wireless? I don't see any cord.
No, it looks wireless.
Because there's a cord on the mouse.
Yeah.
And the mouse is shit.
I love that he also has the OP1 and OP2 under his
Yeah, I don't know.
arrow keys. There's a lot of things where I'm like, I've never seen that before in my life on a keyboard, and I've seen my fair share of keyboards, Japanese including.
Like,
This is just weird.
it's even the home is in the wrong. Insert is like home and insert has been changed around.
And delete as well.
Delete is supposed to be under insert,
Yeah.
which is where home is right now. So that's the RU. Whatever RU and RD and UD is, I don't know.
I assume they're page up and page down. I don't know what the R is, but I assume the U. And
Which
the
one
D,
is up? Which one is down?
The U is up and the D is down, I would assume.
What about the UD?
I don't know about that one. I'm just assuming here.
Up, down? Zigzag? Dodge?
I don't know.
Tactical?
I'm just assuming that RU and RD would be page up and page down.
Anyways, we're looking.
What else would it be?
That's a help button. Okay.
Yeah. Help!
Help!
Somehow that sounds very Japanese.
All right. And the caps button is up there.
Don't worry about it.
The caps button isn't even over there. What?
Don't worry about it.
That's because they've put the control where the caps is supposed to be. No, wait. Hang on.
No.
They're missing a layer.
Yeah, they're missing like with the space. They don't have a shift button down there. It's been
The shift is
up.
supposed to be there. The control is supposed to be underneath the shift.
Yes.
And then you're missing the alt button
Yes.
or command, depending on Windows or.
I mean, again, I don't know how much Japanese uses, but it definitely wouldn't use caps that often. So.
No. No. That's true.
But I'm sure the background artist for this particular clip here just made a fucking keyboard and put some shit on and was like, yeah.
Well,
Looks like a keyboard.
it looks like the American keyboard, honestly.
Yeah, even though there are Japanese characters on it. It's very
Yeah, but like other than that,
yeah.
it's generally like the American layout. But it could also just be the Japanese layout. I am not 100% sure. I do not know my Japanese keyboards.
I mean, I think Japanese keyboards have very similar to the American.
Yeah.
Because you still input the letters, the Roman letters, and then it changes automatically to hiragana.
Yeah. However, the lifter issue remained. I just know that when you write Japanese on Windows, for example, you can change between if you're writing hiragana or katakana.
Yes, and also kanji if you write
And
something
kanji.
you change it into
Yeah.
kanji. You often use a space bar for that.
Yeah, you write out the stuff in hiragana, Then you use space to change between different kanji.
Yeah.
So you find the right until you find the right kanji.
Sometimes the OS gives you a list.
Yeah. Depends on the software, I
Yeah.
suppose.
最終調整のために電話レンジを稼働させる。
We spent way too long on that keyboard.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck's going on with it?
Yeah.
So fucking weird.
In other words, we have to cause the electrical discharge phenomenon. There's a risk involved. A risk
It's called Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown. As we know, the discharge.
The charge.
Discharge. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time, Mr. Brown threatened to raise our rent if it happened again.
おかりん、あとは任せた。
Tired.
Yeah. And she didn't want to sleep.
No. She shake her head all the
お
time.
願い。
フォローお願いって。おい。
敵地に乗り込み死ねというのだ
いや。
あんたの犠牲があって初めてタイムリープ用電話レンジは完成するのよ。
Not even like your sacrifice won't be in vain, or we will honor you when you die, or anything. It's just like, well, it'll help us do the thing we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, technically that is also saying it
な。そ
won't
れ
be
にこれ
vain.
までも店長のご機嫌取りに行ってたのはおかりんだったじゃん。
True. Unwillingly, but
なおさらたまにはお前たちが
you're the one who wants to see this. So, you know. You have no leverage, Okabe. Absolutely none.
Also, you are the founder of this place.
Also, he's the one paying the rent, so they
That
could
too.
just activate it without any repercussions, and Okabe would be the one to take the consequences for that anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, no leverage.
私は無理。あの店長さん以前にバイトから目の敵にされてる。
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, she seems to hate you.
だが忘れるな。俺は絶対に死なん。不死鳥のごとく何度でも蘇るぞ。
I got
Sure.
knocked down, but I got up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Sure.
おかり死んだやだよ。
Don't die, okay?
As I pass through the lounge, Mayuri looks up from her costume to see me off.
Hilarious.
Just in Mayuri?
What?
Just in Mayuri?
I don't think she'd be able to say anything.
岡部
I don't know.
Us!
Maybe she's cute enough that he, will take it more lightly.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll just say, go get Okabe. I
Maybe. I don't
gotta beat it into him, apparently. And she's gonna be like, what?
know.
I don't think she can talk him out of it.
Maybe not.
Us!
I raise my hand in response to Suzuha's greeting. Come to think of it, when I thought that we needed something to take the place of the lifter, I never considered the possibility that something could be inside this workshop. I surmised that it would be external to the microwave, but I still assumed that it would be in the lab somewhere. Oh, so many yawns. I barely had any sleep today. However, if you think vertically, the lab's development room and the brown tube workshop are right next to each other.
They are indeed.
In which case, could our something be a CRT? Or an antenna?
昨日も椎名真由里は泊まったの？
Yes. So it would seem.
うん。
I mean, it is summer vacation. Can't really stop her.
No.
ってことは マキセ・クリスも
Yes.
うん
So we were seeing.
二人とも上にいる。
そっか。
Alright. I guess I can go murder her now.
I suppose. Not exactly sure what that is about.
お前の方はどうだ？
どうだって？
少しは元気が出たのか？
ああ、うん。まあね。捜索は継続中。岡部倫太郎って私と同い年なのにすごく年上って感じだな。なんかぐいぐい引っ張ってく力があるよね。
I mean, you just carefree, Suzuha. I think that's the difference.
Hmm.
Oh, squitches.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the first time anyone said that to me. It makes me kind of happy.
Most of the time, you're a fucking child, Okabe.
Hmm.
当たり前だ。俺は大院京馬なのだからな。
There he goes again.
Hmm.
Squitches.
でもさ、
Squitches.
これだけは忠告しとくけど、マキセ・クリスには留意して。
Oh, the specific words to use, but sure.
Mhm. Circumspect? Why can't she just say careful like a normal person? Not that I want to talk.
No, you're definitely not.
またか。ただの逆恨みだろ。
違う。これは事実。私はそれを存知している。
You speak so weird, Suzuha.
Perniciousness? Is she saying Kurisu is dangerous? There's something strange about the way Suzuha is talking.
You think?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry for all the yawning. It's not just that perniciousness is an unusual word. There's something else, something...
あの女の頭脳は危険すぎ。それに、結局あいつ、実験のことしか考えてないんだ。
Well, she does love her experiments, I'll give her that.
Suzuha's eyes are hard, and her voice is as cold as ice. I can tell that she means every word she says.
君たちは利用されてるだけだよ。いい？よく聞いて。あの女は、セルンに通じてる。
Okay.
No, that's impossible. CERN is our enemy. If Dado's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt they will do everything in their power to destroy us.
One way to look at it.
How can Kurisu be connected to CERN?
つまりスパイだと言いたいのか。
Suzuha nods firmly.
タイムマシン開発の功績も、あの女のものになった。
Again, Suzuha's words sound strange to my
Excuse me, that
ears.
doesn't happen before 34, Suzuha.
But I can't quite put my finger on why.
だからさ、気を許しちゃダメ。
I don't believe it. I saw Kurisu's anger when she learned what CERN had been doing.
Oh yes, human is dead. Mismatch.
She called their actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How could someone with such pure love of science be connected to CERN? Kurisu can't be a spy. Perhaps this is some sort of womanly squabble. If so, then it's none of my business.
時にバイト選手よ。お前に協力を頼みたい。ミスター・ブラウンの目を5秒でいいから引きつけておいてもらいたいのだ。
色仕掛けだね。
She flexes her bicep for some reason.
触ってみ
Wow.
She's probably stronger than me.
Such seducing technique.
But I don't understand what flexing has to do with seduction.
誰も色仕掛けをしろとは言っていない。お前がやりたいと言うなら構わんが。
She's falling and then she went ham.
Hmm.
There we go.
Um,
Back to breeding.
What's wrong with you, Okabe? How can you not like muscles?
That's not what he meant.
What did he mean then?
He's just saying he doesn't see how the biceps have anything to do with seduction. You have to remember these are Japanese people. They prefer thin and slender.
You're hurting my leg. That's not helping. I'm sorry.
Above
You
anything
can't,
else.
you can't have it like that. But you're wrong. You're wrong, and you should feel bad.
それぐらいできなきゃ戦士失格だし。それにさ、父さんのこと一緒に探すって言ってくれたでしょ。だから私もできるだけ君に協力したい。
There isn't really much better than a muscly
ならば
woman.
戦士任せるぞ。
オーキードーキー。
Okie dokie.
After giving my instructions to Suzuha, I walk into the brown tube shop. As I prepare to give her the signal,
店長、刮目せよ。
with a vigorous shout, which in no way seems appropriate for seduction, Suzuha whips off her jacket and
He's wearing a sports bra.
Oops.
Yeah.
Or some kind of top, I don't know.
Looks like a sports bra. Of some kind.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah.
岡部倫太郎。
Well, I guess she got him.
よくやった戦士よ。お前の英雄的行動に感謝する。
Okay, I need to call Kurisu. She should be ready to start my experiment as soon as she picks up.
I love how it started shaking before he even fucking put it up.
Who's making? Is that Brown?
I think so.
おい、こら岡部。揺らすなって何度言ったらわかんだ。若い娘だろうが俺は容赦しねえぞ。家賃1万円アップだ。
待ってくださいミスターブラウン。これは我がラボの仕業ではなく自信だ。俺の魔眼リーディングシュタイナーがそう予知を。
Sure.
自信だ。そんなごまかしが通用すると思ってるのか。ブラウンカンちゃんが。
Crap, I can't talk my way out of this one.
てめえ、岡部。
Wow. It hit the off button. Damn.
At that moment, the tremor causes a screwdriver to fall onto the remote control switch. The image that was displayed on the CRT TV clicks off.
Woo.
Hmm.
Stopped. Damn.
収まった？
みたいだな。
Wait, it's over? It's all over now.
Immediately starts shaking as soon as he turns it on. We found it, guys! We finally found it! We're only halfway through the game.
I actually thought it would make more sense if it was an antenna, but
Yeah, but it also still has to be able to ionize the air. Antennas don't really do.
well, if there is an issue with the signal or some electrical stuff or whatever, and you're sending electrical impulses through the antenna, then maybe. But I guess I can see that a
A brown tube?
I'm sure there's also another word for it, but anyways,
tube.
a CRT monitor,
Mm.
the tube inside.
It's called a brown tube. That's his name.
Yes. It doesn't matter.
Oh, hello, boss.
The point being that it does ionize the air inside the tube, which is what creates the image.
Yes.
So I suppose. I just don't think it would happen at that distance, but
I mean, you have to remember this television is big and it's very close to the roof, and currently the microwave is supposed to be pretty close to the floor, all things considered right now.
I know,
So
but
there
still,
isn't really that much of a distance.
it even worked before it was close to the floor.
Yes, it did. But they're supposedly physically right beneath and above each other at this point.
Still. But whatever. What do I know? I don't know enough about this technology, so I don't know what the range of such a thing
No, I don't know either.
is needed. Because, like, the television isn't going to ionize outside of the tube.
But how broken it is.
It didn't look broken.
Mm.
If it was broken in any way, it wouldn't be displaying an image at all.
I don't know how stuff like black holes work, how far range that has either.
There's honestly too much I don't know.
Yep.
So I can't really say too much. All I know is the ionizing is inside the tube, which is what creates the image. It's not outside of it.
Nope.
If it was outside of it, that means that there's a leak. If there's a leak, there's no image. Because it wouldn't work. So it has to be the microwave that somehow is able to pick up the ionized air from inside the tube in some way.
Yeah. Through the force of black holes? I don't know.
Don't know. I don't know if that's the correlation.
Nice.
Wah, 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 wah.
見つけた。ついに見つけたぞ。
Oh, did you like the image I used for the post?
Yeah.
これこそがリフターに変わるも
As
の。
long as you don't get spoiled for CGs when they search for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I just searched Okabe insane,
Yeah.
and then that one came up. I was hoping there was more the typical zoom in, distorted, whatever thing, but no, that wasn't there. I thought we got that last time we streamed, because we did have one of those distorted zoom ins of the face, but he wasn't like looking completely distraught or anything.
No.
His face was just kind of like this, but not as happy.
Yeah. I think he was more in shock, but the inside was still rambling. And that scene.
Yeah, he wasn't showing it that much of it on his face. So I had to find something else. I found that one, and then I was just like, okay, anime intense lines. Find those and then plop it on, and there we go. Because the title is...
今この瞬間に
In the title, I am speaking to Okabe anyways.
Yeah. Get your shit together, Okabe. Sure, it's a work of Steins Gate. Let's say that.
I mean, it is one hell of a coincidence.
Nothing is a coincidence. We've talked about this before. Time has been rewritten for you. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
I'm wondering, can they use any CRT, or does it have to be specifically that one?
I think it
Is it
has
the
to be that one.
size?
I think it specifically has to be that one because of its size and also how close it is to the microwave, I would assume.
Yeah, but is this... I don't know.
I don't know. They
Because
probably
what about
it.
the one they have in inside the lab?
It's not really close enough. I don't know.
Or maybe just not big enough. It
Yeah.
doesn't...
I do not know.
Doesn't...
I just know it has to be that
it's not
television.
powerful enough, maybe? Not exactly sure what... Oh boy.
何笑ってやがる。うちの娘を怖がらせるな。それと、ブラウン管の弁償と家賃値上げだからな、おい。
少し静かにしていただきましょうかミスター・ブラウン。今まさに俺は
I see another CRT that's on.
確定したのですから
in the
ね
Nintendo, she's just gonna punch him. Shut up.
Stars explode behind my eyes as Mr. Brown drives his fist into the top of my head. The world spins. I struggle to get a hold of my shaken brain. My sight fills with countless stars. I mean, you kind of mentioned that before, but...
Just don't fight him, Okabe. Just don't fight him.
Okay, later in the day. Looks like he's fat when he's laying like that.
Hey, I know that kanji! It's electricity! I guess it says CRT TV. Because the other part is television.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, something like CRT. I don't know what... I don't know exactly what word they use for...
No.
For it
The
in,
first kanji is
Japanese.
electricity. The second one is a division between speech and scholar, I think, and something else. Something to that extent, at least.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This was her first reaction when I told her that the 42-inch... I mean, it is
It is big!
it is big. It's not 50, but...
For CRT, it's pretty big.
I think... No, 50 is not the biggest I've seen.
No,
of
but it is
CRT,
still
but
pretty big.
It is still big. It's big.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's an old letterbox.
Yeah.
CRT. So the aspect ratio is 4:3 rather than 16:9. Which we are more used to today with the aspect ratios we have today. So yeah, it is definitely big considering the kind of CRT it is.
Yes.
If it was a widescreen, it would be more normal that they're bigger. Because that was the time when they started to make them actually, a lot bigger. Because people wanted it.
Yep.
Until,
なぜ
You know.
責められているのか
until LCDs became a lot cheaper and took over.
Yep.
Why are you... No,
No, he already said that.
yeah. Sorry, I'm a little tired.
誰も気づけなかった間抜けさにがっかりしてるだけ。
Got that fucking right.
I mean, it's not like you go in there.
No, but they still know there are an amount of CRT TVs down there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Mr. Forest for the trees, literally.
Yeah.
It was so like it was such a simple explanation. You didn't even consider it, basically.
Can't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
But yes. I mean, yeah, it is a case because they knew. They kind of knew what the lifter was doing, like how it was ionizing the air and whatnot.
Yeah, because
and they
you
didn't
just have to search for a lifter to know what it is.
Yeah, and they didn't know, or they didn't think about the fact that a CRTV or brown tube ionizes the air inside the tube. But it's also just, I don't know, feels like a bit of a stretch. Mostly because I don't know exactly how it's able to utilize the ionized air inside the tube, but what do I know? That's also, have you ever, I don't know how much you've played around with CRTVs when you were younger.
Ask me the question. Maybe I'll know.
Have you ever put a magnet to a CRTV?
Yes.
Yeah. and then afterwards you click the reset button and it's go boom. It basically just shakes the whole thing into place again.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Because with a magnet you basically just erase it.
You not really erase it, you distort the image because it's ionized air.
Yeah.
So you're able to take a magnet and affect
move it around and stuff.
Yeah. It's very funny. Please. Thank you.
You weren't eating any.
No. Well, it was all the way over there, and I didn't know if there was any left. I thought it was actually empty.
Oh, I was. Hello, boss.
How was I supposed to know?
You could have asked.
You be sassy with me.
And be as sassy as I want.
Who's the sassy lost child?
I'm not a lost child. That bird up there is a sassy lost child.
I don't know what you mean. She's just an adult.
Ah!
Physically.
Biologically, yes, she is.
Hmm.
It's not behave like it.
No.
Her solution to everything is bite!
But that has more to do with just, the kind of personalities that these birds have.
Yeah, I know. These stupid little toddlers, because their brain's so small.
And if you want an actual toddler, like the real, like, destructive, chaotic toddler, that is cockatoos.
Yeah, get a cockatoo. They're also big enough.
Mm-hmm. They are... Oh my god. I'm not sure I could handle a cockatoo.
I mean, you'd probably need to at least have a house where it is, because they can be very loud.
Oh, yeah.
But they're also so intelligent, they can basically just speak anything you say to them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cute in that way, and they use their feet as hands, for one.
I think I'd rather have a hyacinth macaw.
Yeah. Or an Indian ringneck.
Oh, yeah.
They're also loud, but... What doing? Yeah. What do? They just speak all the time. When I show that to my mom, she's like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
I mean, I can see how it can be become grating over time, but that's definitely like... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe at some point. When we have a house.
ビルが揺れ出した時は42型のブラウン管テレビはついている。
I'm very warm.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I do not like having your legs upon me right now.
Oh no.
It's too warm.
Oh no.
Please.
No. But I want to be comfy.
It's so warm. Let's turn the light in here.
Yeah. I think it's been warm all day. I've been sweating all day.
Yeah. Ugh. You're making my entire body warm.
It's because I'm warm.
Yeah. You are fairly warm. Normally,
Because
you
it's
would be
fucking
like
warm in here.
you would be fairly cold to the touch. I mean, there's like definitely because of the south facing balcony. That one gets very warm. And well, we always open it up every day because Aiko wants out there.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna complain.
Yeah. Also, there's not really a reason to not let her.
Apollo!
Hey. So
You can see her!
it definitely.
Yeah, what is she doing?
It definitely gets a lot warmer in here because of that, and then it's not like my computer is doing much right now, but yours.
The living room is also fucking warm.
The living room is
I was
also
just-
warm, yeah.
I was starting to sweat on my back just by leaning up against the sofa.
Yeah,
That means it's warm.
yeah. But you've also been playing some FF14, so your computer have also been contributing with some heat.
Yes, but not for a while, so it should be fine.
Yeah, but still, it all adds up. And everything, all the electronic stuff, create heat, even if it's not much, it's still something. Maybe we should get a fan in here.
だがテレビを消すとそれに同期するようにして揺れ戻
Ow,
さ
ow.
Sorry, good pass. Pearls, what are you doing?
What is she doing?
She's just sitting.
Okay.
放電現象
It was like she was trying to go behind my neck, but
Yeah, she was, and then she stopped.
okay.
I think she wanted to pass, but then I think she gave up after that.
She bite me and then go up on my.
Ow, Pearls! You can't do that! Absolute ass.
Yeah.
I will not move, even if it tickles and hurts at the same time, okay? Sorry for the scream. She bites hard.
Yeah, she does. I mean, they have quite the.
They need to break the
The
shells
jaw
of the
strength,
seas.
yeah.
Sure, they need to.
念のために
Not to
バナナを
mention
入れ
they
ておいたんだけど
also
ゼリーマンには
need
ならなかっ
to have enough strength to hold their body weight with them. Though Pearls is getting fat.
She's always been a little bit fat.
Yeah.
You can see it on her stomach.
Yeah.
Because it's bulging in the middle, means she's slightly fat.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
それはね
You certainly eat enough.
ことだと思うな
Yeah.
食べ物
You're
を
not
粗末
starving.
にしちゃダメだよ
You should be more like Apollo. He's perfect sized.
Yeah. Yeah, you're quite big compared to him.
Yeah, but it's not really like big. It's just her chest that's a little bit fatter.
Yeah,
She could also just be stronger and fatter than him.
Mm.
I don't know.
Nobody replies to Mayuri's off-point statement. We're busy reading about cathode ray tubes on the internet. Yeah, cathode ray tubes. That's what
I mean,
saying.
that's what CRT stands for, I guess.
Yes, it does, but I couldn't remember what it stood for.
Oh.
Could you?
I just call them brown tubes. Easier. Named after the guy who made them.
Hmm. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A cathode ray tube has a component called an electron gun. Yes, it sits at the back. Which uses extreme heat and a strong electric field to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam.
Electric field. The area where an electric force has influence. For example, rubbing a balloon and putting it close to your head makes your hair rise due to the influence of the resulting static electric field.
Yes.
Could also make it stick to other things
Yes.
with a strong enough electric field.
Yes. Like the ceiling.
Or just a wall for that matter.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Yeah. Honestly. I did that a lot as a child.
Same. Couldn't really do it on my father because of his short ass hair.
Well, I never really did this with my hair. I just did it to walls and stairs and ceilings and everywhere.
We always use the hair to, you know, create the static electricity.
You can use other things as well.
Yeah, but hair is like readily available. Generally.
True, but it also ruins your hair.
As a child, do you care?
My mom cared.
Yeah, okay. I suppose. We certainly didn't care. The electron beams striking the TV screen's phosphor layer is what generates the picture. Yeah. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter.
I mean, yes, theoretically.
解は出たわね。42型ブラウン管が放出している電子が電話レンジの作り出したリング特異点に干渉していた。放電現象はその影響よ。
夜になると電話レンジが使えなくなったのはブラウン管工房が閉まってる時間だったからか
Yes! As a matter of fact, it had nothing to do with the time of day.
Well...
There's a confounder.
Oh, yeah.
It's a confounder time of day.
My chair seems to be making more noise now.
Nice.
And it's been like 1 to 2 days, at least. So, and they just wrote to me. Probably like a follow-up.
Yeah.
The Brown 2 workshop doesn't have especially strict business hours, but it's usually open from around 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That matches up perfectly with my observation that the phone wave
Needs it to change.
only works between noon and 7 p.m.
Oh, squidge.
The few instances it hasn't worked during that time frame can be explained by the TV being off.
You know, he's not always sitting
ブ
and
ラウン
watching
管がそんな
television
に
there.
強力な電子を放出しているとは思う
Nope. I mean, sometimes he's also gone while the store's open.
電子量は強ければいいというわけじゃない。そんな単純な問題ならセルンはとっくに問題を解決している。
Fair enough.
I see, so it can't be too strong or too weak.
まさに偶然の一致よ。ここには奇跡的にタイムマシン
Somehow
が
Brown 2 was
揃っている
perfect for this.
Well, specifically this one.
Yes.
Something about this one
Yeah.
is special.
And also, you say coincidence, but I'll just say it
いや
again.
違うな
Nothing
クリ
is
ス
a
ティ
coincidence.
Technically, they're coincidences, but I also know because of the game, it's not a coincidence.
No.
Uh,
Never expect anything to be coincidence in this game.
not a miracle! It's the choice of Steiner!
シュタインズゲートの選択だ
Yes.
Or Steins Gate, yes,
The
not
choice
Steiner.
of Steins Gate.
Not Steiner.
That's Steiner.
Yeah.
That's different.
All those stupid words he has.
Yeah, he has many stupid words, but they do make talking about it easier.
Yeah.
Because he actually gives it a term. A tangible term.
Yeah.
別になんだっていいけど。
Yeah, just like, don't really care why, it's just happened and it's great.
Was?
つまりね、スーパー電話レンジちゃんを完成させるためにはどうすればいいの？
Super fun wave chan.
原因が究明できたなら恐れることはない。あの大きなブラウン管がついているとき、タイムリープは可能になるという解を導けると思う。リフターの代替装置が見つかった今、タイムリープマシンは 99% 出来上がってる。
So, how about buying the TV?
I can't afford that.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know how much money Christina has.
She's not gonna dish
Kurisu.
out the money for it, I'm pretty sure. She didn't dish out the money for the parts.
I guess.
So,
このラボ
Okabe certainly doesn't
夢で
afford
しょ
it.
タイムマシンは。
Well, technically, he just wanted to make cool ass inventions. This just happens to be one that accidentally came to be,
Yeah.
and since then he has been obsessed with it.
Yes. But that can also mean that it's his dream now.
Our dream,
Comrade.
comrade. I've never really thought about it that way.
この俺の夢は時空を意のままに操り、これまでの支配構造をぶち壊すこと。そしてそこに新たな混沌を。
混沌!
岡部、
Oh, time for that shit.
私は法王院じゃなくて、
Yeah,
Okabe no
you
iken.
tell him. I'm not talking to Hoin Kyoma, I'm talking to Okabe, you little shit.
With a nod, I direct Kurisu to complete the machine.
Yay! Afternoon!
It's like 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
これをね、持っててくれないかな。こうして。
What are you doing, Naru? He's laying on the fucking table looking for something or rummaging in something.
Maybe behind the table.
Yeah, he's reaching for something.
Carlos, can you move your tail, please?
No, just slowly put it down. She'll move once she figures out that her tail is gonna be clamped. I guess you're not gonna do it. Just slowly. She'll figure it out. She's like wet. Look at her. She's like wet. It's like no.
I'm sorry.
You have no idea how much you feel behind you, do you? Ah. No.
No touchy.
No touchy. Just want to sit here comfy.
Yep.
Under the table.
Well, sort of under the table.
Yeah, but she probably would prefer under the table.
There you go. I can move a bit. There you go. Now you're more in darkness.
Yeah. Perfect. Isn't that right, Pearls?
Mm.
And Apollo's just panicking out there.
I follow Mario's Is only one eye? Is it Mayushi that has two eyes?
Yes, Mayushi has two.
Huh.
Which is her nickname. Because her name is Sheena Mayuri.
Might have been misspelling
Yes.
her name. Whatever. I follow Mayuri's directions and spread the costume out by the sleeves. What's with the sort of traditional Chinese outfit?
Mm. I'm sure it's cosplaying a character.
I assume so. It's hard to believe, given her usual ditziness, but Mayuri is very serious about her art. That's why cosplayers value her costume so highly. What cosplayers? What? Who? I haven't
Her
heard
friends! Kaede-chan, Fubuki-chan,
about. Oh, okay.
and someone else that hasn't been named so far.
Okay. Well, I've only heard about the other two
Yeah.
once.
Yeah,
so,
and again, they don't have even portraits in this game, they're just named.
yeah.
They are in Zero, though. So there's that. And then there's another character who hasn't been named, and probably will only be named maybe once or twice in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But that person does also have a portrait and more stuff going on in Zero.
Mm.
できた
完成か
I mean, it's cute.
Mm.
クリスちゃんより先にできたよ予想してたんだ
I'm surprised at how good it looks. But I suppose she is very good at it.
Yeah, she's supposed to be very good.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe she could... Did they talk about that? Whether she wanted to become a designer.
I think they talked about it, and Biody hasn't really decided on anything. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Biody.
Yeah.
She just wants to stay in the lab
Yeah.
for now.
負けたわまゆりお見事ね
Damn you, assistant. What?
How dare you finish later than Biody!
Have you ever wondered why?
No.
She treats me and Daru like garbage, but Mayuri gets the sisterly touch.
Probably because she's the only one who's a pervert here right now. Thought about that? Or an ass.
Have you tried to look inwards once in a while?
No.
でもこっちももう終わりよ
Thumbs up.
Woo!
完成
Woo! It's a little bit earlier than I remembered. It's fine.
ああ、疲れたお。フェイリスタンに癒されたい。
This is what he said.
No. TLC.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I just turned to Japanese and found it funny.
What did he say in Japanese?
Yasaredai. Like getting kind of teased but cutely.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Okay. This is about the response I had expected. TLC.
I don't know.
Can you try and look it up?
I can if you keep on the game.
Jeebus.
Everything's okay. I swear.
Honestly, I don't feel like cheering either. And it's not because I'm tired. This is a time machine. A device that can transcend space and time to send someone, or at least their consciousness, to the past!
Sure.
Part of me never truly believed we would complete it. What?
Tender loving care.
Ah. It's not exactly the same, but okay.
No, this is because Ferris is Ferris.
Yeah. Well, I suppose her tender loving care is that. Did I read this?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
Part of me never truly believed we would complete it. I think I did, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm too tired to remember. Thoughts of stunned belief.
No. Disbelief. I know you're tired, but
Thoughts of stunned disbelief crawl through the back of my mind. What do we do with it? I look at Kurisu.
they're like, so what do we do?
ひょっとするととんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない
She says without moving her mouth.
Don't worry about it.
I look at the improved phone wave
Is it to change?
again. Again!
Again!
The biggest change is the headgear attached to the X68000. Yeah, I can't come up with what XF would be.
No.
Because if
The
it
only
was...
thing I would be able to think of is that it's the same as our F buttons, but I don't know.
You mean the function
Yes.
buttons?
But most people just know them as F buttons.
Yeah. Like if it was FX, it could sort of mean function. You know, X for CTI or CT, I suppose. In this case, because you can kind of have an X be that sound, and then we have a Well, okay, it is the backspace button, but it just says BS. So I'm like, we have a BS button.
I call BS!
I call BS. You just put it on and let the sensors do the rest. How are we 100% sure that it works? We haven't tested it, have we?
No, theoretically it should work.
There's... This is a lot more complicated than assembling a computer.
Yes.
In my opinion, assembling a computer is like assembling Lego. Very simple, very easy. If you know what you're doing, it's very easy. But even then, after you've assembled a computer, you are not 100% sure it works until you turn it on. Something might be wrong somewhere, or you might, like, you know, there might be things wrong here and there. And I assume it would be the same here.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it.
助手、全員にわかるように、このタイムリープマシンの仕組みについて。
Is it her notes now? Are we gonna see her cute, adorable emotes?
I know the basics, but I want to hear the details. After this break.
Oh, okay.
And
I was like, you're not stopping now. At this rate, we might as well fucking finish the chapter, honestly.
Oh, yeah. No. I just need to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
I really need to go to the toilet.
That's okay.
I have been holding out for a bit. I was hoping for a proper break at some point. But it's not happening right now.
No, it's gonna happen after they explain things, I think.
Yeah, and I can't hold for that long, so... yes. A break for us means a break for you. So get up, stretch, cycle your fluids. You know, go to the toilet,
You know,
get something
all
to
that
drink.
healthy stuff.
And if you haven't taken your medicine yet, you should do so. So should I. I haven't done so.
Go take your medicine.
Yeah. I keep thinking about it, but keep forgetting it.
You need that thing from thought to action. That's not happening.
Yeah. I'm like, I need to do this. Continues to do other stuff.
Yeah.
And not do
Your
the
brain's
thing.
like, I can do it later. I'm like, no, just do it now.
Yeah. But yes, BRB.
Yep.
And we're back.
Hello, Belle. Hello.
Hola. Nice to see you. So, yes. Thank you. We
are ready for Kurisu to explain us how time leaping is gonna work in this universe.
Yeah.
Practically, that is.
I know the basics, but I want to hear the details.
一言で言うと、これは記憶をデータ化してリング特異点を通過させ過去へ飛ばす装置。
Okay.
電話レンジには偶然にもタイターが語ったタイムマシンとほぼ同じ機能が備えられていた。
Yes.
I like how the fluorescent tubes that is supposed to
The
show.
Nixie tubes are like flat as fuck right there.
Yeah, it's just a flat PNG.
Don't worry about it.
リング特異点を生み出し、そのトンネルを通って過去へと36バイトプラスアルファのデータを転送することができる。局所場して、つまり過去のどこへ到達するかについては携帯電話に限定することでクリアした。D メールと違って今回は電話をかける形にしたからメールアドレスじゃなくて電話番号によって局所場指定することになる。生み出されたリング特異点の超重力を安定させ裸にするための電子注入装置リフターの役割は開花の42型ブラウン管がそれを担ってる。
Yes, we figure out the lifter problem. It was a CRT all along.
She's explaining. She's explained the basics. Next, she'll explain the modifications she's made to turn the phone wave
Needs to change.
into the officially named time leap machine.
電話レンジには
say this.
新たにヘッドギアを接続した。
We will no longer do the bit because it will now be called something else.
Oh.
It will now be called Time Leap Machine.
Here it is! Look at the emoji!
正確に言うと海馬の CA3 に蓄積されている記憶の神経パルスパターンを操作するの。
The hippocampus CA3. The hippocampus is divided into 3 histological sections: CA1, CA2, CA3. Technically, it has more than that, but that's besides the point. CA refers to the name given to the hippocampus by anatomist Garrett Goat in 1742. I mean, Kurisu doesn't use names subject to change.
But also, it is like,
It now calls it the time leap machine.
yeah,
I
and
don't know if Okabe is gonna continue doing that or not. We'll have to see.
yeah, he might be okay with the name, honestly. So
Yeah. Corner Amonis, the horn of Amun. Yes, corner means horn.
horn.
But yes, technically it has 4 histological sections, but that's besides the point here.
Are you saying they're wrong?
Hmm?
Are you saying they're wrong?
Yeah. As someone who's had curriculum about the hippocampus.
Yeah.
I remember how histologically it was divided.
Yeah.
Because we had to be able to draw it.
Well, I'm gonna get a new multi-tool.
Beautiful. Again.
Well, it wasn't the multi-tool last time.
No.
That was immediately the issue. But last time I couldn't remove the
You got the entire underpart, right?
VR 技術を
yeah, foot
神経パルス信号から電気信号へとエンコードしデータ化される。
you know, the stick that makes the chair go up and down.
The piston.
Yes.
It's a piston.
Yeah, it's a piston. But I wasn't able to get the piston out from neither the foot nor the tilt system, so I had to get the entirety replaced. Let's see if I can get it out of the tilt system this time. Let's hope.
Well, as you can see there, they encode it as an electrical signal.
Whatever that means.
I mean,
データ容量はおよそ
VR
3.24 テラ
technology.
だお
VR technology.
I mean, I assume Dado has created some kind of software that can do it. That's what I would assume.
Sure. 3.24 terabytes.
Nice!
Okay, Pearls.
You have no idea how big you are, Pearls. She
No.
just walked backwards, flipped over a can with her tail feathers.
It's less than I expected. We're talking about the entirety of a person's memories.
Yes, but it doesn't include the
ちなみに
conscious.
このデータにはあらかじめ次元式のデコードプログラムを仕掛けておく。
So that's how. Automatic decoding after a certain amount of time. I suppose. Rhoda's just sitting there like, what? Apollo, it's okay. You can see her.
So what they're saying is, or what she's saying is that they send it with the key.
I would assume so, yes.
これはプログラムに詳しい人なら誰でもできるものよ。
Sure.
作ってもらった。この電気信号データをネットを通してフランスにあるセルンの LHC へと転送。
Woo! All the way to France.
This building has a direct line to CERN for some reason.
For some reason.
So no matter how much data we send, it should be transferred fairly quickly.
What?
だいたい45秒ぐらいでいけると思われ。
That's pretty fast.
LHC を遠隔操作してミニブラックホールを作ったら、その周辺で生み出される超重力による無限圧縮を利用してデータを36バイトまで圧縮する。
Now that is pretty much impossible. But that's another point.
That doesn't even really make sense.
The only way it makes sense is that they literally compress the light that has been sent.
It's just, I don't know.
Everyone agrees that at least this part is like, yeah, no, that's not how it could. Like theoretically, sure, compress the light. I guess that could work, but also 36 bytes. There's gonna be some fucking holes in that data somewhere. That's a damn lot of compression. But whatever.
3 terabytes is about 3 trillion bytes. Yeah, give or take. Compressing that into just 36 bytes. That's one hell of a squeeze.
You don't say.
圧縮にも時間がかかるのか。
Most likely, but
So,
not long, I think.
wait, hang on. If I'm a... Okay. Are they sending it to France to compress it,
Yes.
to then send it back
Yes. And then send it through their phone wave.
through the time leap machine?
Yes, the phone wave, yes.
Time leap machine. That's what it's now called.
Yeah, but they also still call it the phone wave at times, so don't worry about it.
I do?
Yeah.
I haven't done it here yet.
No, they also barely finished it. My point is just, yes, because then they can send it to the past.
Yeah, I understand that.
23ミリ秒でいけ
Okay,
る。
interesting.
Obviously it takes time, but it doesn't actually take that long. And 36 bytes doesn't take long to come back either.
No, it doesn't.
If they can send 3 terabytes in under a minute, 36 bytes is like, there. Let's just say it like that. Regardless of its possibility.
The only thing that's gonna hinder that is the speed of your CPU.
Yeah.
So,
ちなみにバイナリデータの超圧縮はミニブラックホール周辺でのみ有効よ。そこから離れた時点でデータは勝手に回答を始めてしまう。
it's actually slower for your computer to start up the software to transfer, and then have that run, and then close it down again. That takes a lot longer than what it takes to transfer that amount of data.
回答までにかかる時間も圧縮時と同じ23ミリ秒。
Better fucking send it back in time before that time
その
then.
間に LHC からこのペケロッパを経由して電話レンジまで戻さないといけない。
Okay. Well,
As I said, they still use phone wave.
I don't fucking know. Can they decide?
I mean,
まあ
they just basically, it's a phone wave 2.0. It can now time leap.
で間に合うを
But they... Okay. Never mind.
Yes, it should be able to manage it even though it's 23 milliseconds or whatever. Sure thing, Bobby.
タイムリープマシン側では起動と同時にカーブラックホール効果が発生してリング特異点が生成されてる。放電現象が発生したら LHC から36バイトプラスアルファまで圧縮したデータを戻し、
I love how in Japanese they always say plus alpha.
リング得意店内を
The English is text is like, ah, fuck that.
この辺は電話レンジとやることは同じ。
Yes. Just like
デ
the
ータは
email.
タイマーに入力しておいた時間分を遡
ビビビ
り過去の携帯電話へとつながる。
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A message.
Well, actually, it's not a message. It's a phone call.
It's a phone call.
It's a phone call. Because they need to make sure that the person has it as close to their hippocampus as possible. I think that's their argument.
Okay. I don't know. Are they gonna, have it code your brain by using airwaves?
Some kind of signal, yeah, some kind of wave, I would assume.
Yeah. Like not that you can't use sound, sound waves.
I mean, in the
to...
anime, I don't remember them even being sound. It's just, but whatever.
Because modem, back in the day, with internet, the way that it was able to, connect to the internet and say what it needed and transfer data and whatnot, it was through sound waves.
Yeah.
It was through sound.
Old phones
Yeah.
also went through sound. You could press buttons and it made a sound that sent the signal.
Oh, yeah.
You can actually also make the sound yourself.
Yeah. But that's also
They
what...
don't do it anymore, but old phones did used to do that.
That is what the modem is based on.
Yes.
Or dial-up.
I know all this because of
Not
a
modem.
Detective Conan movie.
So back in the day when you heard all those weird
Yeah.
you heard all those weird noises coming from the dial-up when trying to connect to the internet, that's it trying to communicate with the other end.
It's just trying to communicate between the two parts it has to communicate with.
リング得意点を通り抜けて過去
Suddenly
の
it's
携帯電話に到達する頃には
possible,
23ミリ秒が経
but
過
how
し
to
て
get the
デ
brain
ータは
to...
自動的に解凍されてるはず。
Well, also according to the data will also just
解凍と同時
begin
に
to
レ
fucking
コードプ
decompress.
ログラムが展開して
And my
電気
thought's
信号
like,
から神経パルス信号
I
を
don't
戻す
think the phone is capable of processing the decompression as fast as they say, but whatever, who cares, right?
No.
No.
受信先の携帯電話に到達すると
But whatever,
神経パル
sure.
ス信号は送話口から 0.02
This is technically also like some of this technology is also supposed to be top cut new stuff in that world.
Mm.
Like she's a genius. Just think of it like that. Oh my god, that's a low amp.
これが携帯電話を耳に当てている受信者の
Fucking hope so, because amps is what kills shit.
Yeah. I mean, amps just basically tells you how many electrons come through this space.
Yeah.
If there's too many, it's not good.
No.
Just picture a lot of people going through a
受信者が
door.
電話の呼び出しに出るのが前提だ。
Imagine Black Friday
Yeah.
in America. People
Or when
trampling
a game,
over each other.
like a really anticipated game comes out in a
Hmm.
game store, physical game store. Oh boy.
Or actually, lots of people at some kind of whatever gathering, and suddenly some kind of traumatic thing happens, and people are panicking. People
And they have
start
to go through a
trampling,
small opening to get out.
and people start trampling each other and whatnot, and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. That's even still, it's worse.
Yeah. Amps is not good. High
No.
voltage, damage, but not irreparable.
High voltage.
High amps. Good luck keeping your heart in a steady rhythm, or not frying your brain,
the only way
cooking it basically.
watts can kill you is by cooking you. Because what can is what creates heat.
Yes, as a
Sorry.
byproduct.
Mm. So
But watts is also, a time thing for electricity anyways.
Yeah.
So it's It doesn't
time.
really say anything about how dangerous it is.
No.
It just says something about how much electricity it needs to use per whatever time unit they use.
Mhm.
So the higher watts, the more expensive it is to use it.
Yeah.
Simple physics.
でなければ記憶の転送は失敗に終わる。まあこの場合は特にデメリットは何もないわ。コピーデータが消滅するだけだから。
To me, it almost sounds like they're not going through any kind of like hard disk or hard drive. They just send it directly as soon as they gather
Yeah,
it.
no. It's not. It was not so much that. I was
No,
just trying.
it's just like that's what it sounds like to me because
Yeah.
they don't have it anywhere saved. It just immediately just gets sent.
Yeah. It like first of all. Shit, the amount of god. No, the pure hell logistically having to store that data. No thank you.
Like 3 terabytes? Fuck no.
I mean, maybe after they have sent it to like CERN and it comes back, maybe they can store it after that.
No, because they said that the data would automatically decompress after leaving the black hole. So they store it in 23 milliseconds. It will be 3 terabytes again. They literally said that.
I am not 100% sure how that works, but whatever.
They're just saying that the compression via black hole only works when you're in the vicinity of the black hole. Again, the only way this could fucking work is if you
Yeah,
go
that makes
through
sense,
light, but whatever.
Again,
So
that also
they
still
just-
requires for the whole compressing through black hole to make sense.
Yes,
So-
but regardless, they're like... Basically, they're arguing that they can receive the 36 bytes and send it to the past within those 23 milliseconds.
Because they do it fast enough.
Yeah, because it's 36 fucking bytes. And then it'll just, decompress itself once it arrives in the past. Don't worry about it.
携帯電話が受信者のこめかみ付近にあることでデータを受信者の側頭葉に送り込みやすくなるから。
Yes, as I said, their argument is that it needs to be as close to the temporal lobe as possible. So it actually reaches.
最初に言った通り、側頭葉は海馬傍回があって記憶を貯蓄する場所なの。
There's still a fair amount of distance from the outside of the temporal lobe into the hippocampus, but sure.
そこ
I'll take
に
it with a grain of
送
salt.
信者の
I can't really just prove it.
塊である
I don't know what signals they're sending.
Yeah, but having you put it up to your phone or up to your ear is definitely a lot better than holding it out here.
Yeah, as I said, if you'd hold it down here, it won't reach. Most likely, is her argument. I'm just still saying there's still quite a distance, but again, I don't know how they're doing it. I can't disprove it. I can't prove it. I don't know. They're not really explaining in detail, so you can't really, like, mimic what they're doing. She's just sitting on the water container.
Did they explain
Explain?
what? I forget. So it going from the phone to the brain or to the hippocampus.
What about
How is it doing that? Is it just electrical field or whatever?
Well, the phone sends out an electric impulse. That's what it say. Pass through the temporal lobe and into the hippocampus. That's what it says.
So you are electrocuting someone.
Yes, but with a very low amp.
Yeah, but still.
Essentially, it is electro shock you're doing here. It's just very, very low amps. Yes. And it has been proven that electroshock can change people's brain chemistry. Whether they can rewrite memory is another point entirely. But nobody has really researched that for obvious reasons. So
What is the resistance of Well, we have many different tissues it has to go through to get to the hippocampus.
Yes.
So there's many different types
Mostly
of.
fat and neurons. That would be 99% of the brain.
Yeah, but there's still the skin, the different layers of skin. Is there any meat out here? Really?
If you're holding it towards your ear, there is a little bit, but it's minimal.
Yeah.
Your
And
ear
then-
does have muscles around it.
Yeah, and then through the skull
Yes.
to then.
The skull is not going to be a problem, and it has basically no resistance. That's why we can hear ourselves the way we can hear ourselves.
That's a little different, I would say,
Not in the properties of how it works.
because the way we hear ourselves is because of vibrations,
Yes.
and plastic. You can also hear things through plastic because of vibrations, but that doesn't mean that plastic has a low resistance
Oh, but
when it
bone
comes to
does,
electricity.
because the density of bones is not that high up by the skull, comparatively. There are lots of small holes in the bone.
Yes, but it still has to go through the bone.
Yeah, through all the holes in the bone. Veins go through the skull,
No,
so there are many, many, many holes in the skull
Okay,
that are bigger than what you might imagine.
so through the veins is what you're saying
Basically,
it goes.
I would
Okay.
imagine that would be a lot easier.
Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be a lot easier, because the resistance of bone is quite high. It's not a very good conductor.
No, but we can still do electroshock.
Yes, but we also use enough of a.
Use enough voltage.
Yeah, this doesn't do that.
We don't really actually know what the voltage is, but sure.
No,
It's
but
only told us the amps.
just thinking about the fact that it's a phone that has to produce it
Mm-hmm.
with the amount of battery.
The entire battery is dead after this.
Your phone just explodes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen, obviously. No, I know you need a certain amount of voltage, but everyone's also different in how much they need. So
You mean what? Everyone
for electric shock.
per person?
Yeah, everyone's
okay.
different
Oh,
to
yeah,
the amount that they
okay.
need.
I wasn't sure what you meant.
Some don't need a lot, some need a lot.
Yeah. Some are just thick-skulled.
Not necessarily.
No,
It could be
but-
many, many reasons, and we don't know why.
No.
That's why we sedate them, and then we cram the voltage up until we can actually see them cramp from it.
Yeah.
Because that's when we know it works.
Yeah. I think.
And
it's-
yes, there are some people that actually forget this experience after it happens. So it can definitely make you lose memories.
Yeah.
Just don't know if it can replace them.
Losing memories, making somebody lose memory.
It's a lot easier than giving
Yeah.
you new ones.
Yeah.
But again, it's not unheard of. We just don't know how it would work if we were
Like-
to do it.
Hitting your head can make you make you forget stuff.
Yeah, because you effectively kill neurons. If it happens to be some of your memory neurons, you fucked.
Yeah.
Your brain also sometimes also just values some information above others when it comes to specific kinds of memory. So they're like, yeah, you haven't used this in like 10 years. Fuck this.
I don't think this is necessarily that kind of process that goes through it.
No, but it does prioritize the connections that it has.
Oh, okay.
Because you only have so many neurons in your brain. So sometimes to retain new information, you gotta forget something else.
Yeah.
That's why most of us don't remember when we were small. Unless our brain has exceptionally many paths to our hippocampus. That's when people have very good memories of when they're small.
I thought that was more because of how the brain evolves when you're small.
I mean, that too.
You aren't able to really retain memories back then
I would say you are.
as well.
It's still weird that you don't remember anything when you're small. You can still retain memories. The thing is just you have something called a plasticity in your brain. That basically allows like an infant or a toddler, I can't remember for how long this works, but it's the very young years where your neurons in your brain can like compensate for failures in the development when it was a fetus to make up for the function. So I wouldn't necessarily say that they can't retain memories as well, because plasticity exists only when they're that young. It's an amazing feature, honestly. But I just think our brains, just like when we are making new pathways in our brain because of all the new information we gather, it just sometimes prioritizes something else over those old memories, because some of it is just part of working memory, for example, so it doesn't need to be part of episodic memory anymore. You don't need to remember why. We just need to remember how.
Yeah.
Which feels a lot less, theoretically speaking.
If I, right now, try to think back and remember, like, the earliest image I can conjure into my head, let's say that. Which is not based on a picture that I have. Because, like, I obviously... The only reason I have memories of the old house we lived in before my parents built a house is because we have pictures of it. Otherwise, I do not remember it. I have no memory of it. But I do have a single memory from kindergarten of a person holding a plastic shovel. At a specific place at the playground. And I remember stuff about the situation and what was happening. That's the earliest I can think of. So I must have been like 4 or 5 at that point. But it was also definitely a thing that affected me a lot. It is another thing that goes into, trauma. So there's definitely like trauma will make you remember stuff better.
Yes, but that's because there's a lot of pathways that connect with that. It's not just a memory, it connects with some associations. It has an especially strong connection to your amygdala. Sorry, it's a very hard word to pronounce. Amygdala, which is often what people call it fear center. It's not the only thing it does, but it is the association that goes through when it is trauma.
Yeah. So
that connection is especially strong when you have trauma, compared to when you don't have it. So there are many reasons why you remember trauma better. It's because there are just more connections that lead to that memory.
Yeah.
Physically.
Though it's funny, it's only really mental trauma that is like really sticking with me. Because physical trauma, I've gotten hurt a lot. I don't really remember much of those things.
But that might also be a thing of, oh, that's just a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Parents reassure you it's okay, and maybe if it's happened more than once, you're like used to it, and the pain's over quickly, and
I don't I don't really remember having a cast on my foot.
I definitely remember the exact moment I broke my wrist when I was in kindergarten, so that has left a mark. Not that I have any like emotional response to it, but I still remember it. I still remember the pain I had.
I remember what I did to break a small part of my heel off. Like, you know, jumping from a high place down into a sand pit. Landing wrong, so it broke. I couldn't handle the pressure. Or the force, I suppose I should say. But that's more a case of like that whole playground thing has been there for so many years. Like it's been there the entire time I was at that school. So of course I would remember how those things look and whatnot. So that's not really a case of, oh well, I can distinctly remember this. No, it's just more like I remember how these things look because they were like that for my entire childhood. And the same thing with when I broke my hand. That was also at school. And the reason why I remember it is because it was at school. It was something I was very used to seeing, something I will always remember. Or at least have an easier time to remember. I, for some reason, can't remember the pain.
I definitely can.
And I have no memory of what the hospital looked like when I went to the hospital with my broken heel. Because that was before Esbjerg hospital was changed over to a different place or whatever. It was back at the old hospital. That is no longer being used. That is now being used as what's it called? Apartments. It has been made into apartments.
I don't even remember the SBR hospital being a different place.
Yeah.
I know the maternal ward was a different place.
Yeah, the maternal ward, but also the other things. But the only reasons why I remember that is because my parents have told me. Otherwise, I have no idea.
All I know is just the hospital in Varde closed down and is now a communal building.
Yeah.
What it's used for now.
I think I went to Esbjerg. I'm pretty sure I went to Esbjerg. Wait, did there? Was there a hospital in shit, what is that called? I forget what that town is called. Between Holsted and Vine. You know.
Børkop?
What?
Børkop?
No. They have a train station there.
I know which one you're talking about. Don't think it had one.
It has a they have a on-call doctor or whatever thing.
Yeah, they also still have that in Varde.
But they used to have a hospital, I'm pretty sure.
No, not necessarily. It's so close to Vine, I don't yes, but it's so close to Vine that I don't see why.
No, because I think it was in Borop and they didn't have one in Vine.
That sounds weird. Not that it matters right now.
Sydvestjysk sygehus, Borop. It's still a hospital.
Okay. I only thought there was one in Esbjerg.
Nope. But this one is very specialized, let's say that, right now, at this point. I think there's only one thing they're dealing with. Venekliniken.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, it's the only thing they do, I think.
Only veins.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it might have been the boy, honestly.
I don't know.
That would have been the closest.
I mean, I know that the SBI hospital isn't old either. The building they're in currently.
No. Well,
it's not.
Depends on how you look at old.
Yeah, but, it's not as old as many other hospitals.
No. Like, not
at least where I was.
Yeah, not like the one in Odense.
That one's old.
The older buildings are old as fuck.
Yeah, like, sure, I share a room with one, but we had our own bathroom. You don't always have that here in Odense.
No.
同時に携帯電話からは前頭葉を刺激する神経パルス信号も出すわ。
So it might actually even have been not even in SPR that I got a cast on for that. I have no idea. I have no recollection of it. I suppose I could ask my parents about it.
Put it on top of her.
She do not like it. That Pearls? Pearls?
Oh, okay, but she wasn't screaming. Stop!
You need to stop.
She left your shoulder. She's like,
Yeah.
no, fuck this. I'm out of here.
前頭葉から側頭葉へはトップダウン記憶検索信号というのが発信されてる。これは記憶を思い出すときに発信される信号。
Yeah, definitely with my hand, like that was in like 6th or 7th grade. So,
yeah.
So I was
in kindergarten.
that was SPR.
I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, I was in
My last year of kindergarten, to be exact.
What's that called? Kindergarten, school, class, whatever.
Oh, preschool?
Preschool, thank you.
It's
It was
the
in
only-
preschool that I broke my heel.
It's the only word you can possibly translate it to, even
Yeah.
though it's not technically not the same.
It's not the same.
No.
Preschool in Denmark is way more school-like.
Not to mention it's only 1 year.
Oh yeah, it's also one only. Yeah, yeah. It's basically your preparation to go from kindergarten to school, which preschool also
Which
is.
you spend at school.
Which you spend at school.
Yeah, but it is at school together with all the other years.
So instead
it's way
of
more like school than many other places.
yeah, kindergarten. All kindergarten does really is to just take care of you.
I mean, there's a lot of teaching there too.
There
a lot
is
of
some
people you learn the alphabet and stuff like that, how to spell things a lot in kindergarten today.
Today, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly
Because
different.
the alphabet, doing the alphabet is basically a prerequisite for starting preschool at this point.
Okay. Because
So-
we didn't learn the alphabet until we started preschool.
No, neither did I. But I know that a lot
From
of the time
Alexander,
you
I
actually
suppose.
learn stuff.
You know that from Alexander? I
No,
suppose?
no.
Oh, okay.
前頭葉を刺激する神経パルスを放射することで、こ
Well,
のトッ
times
プダウン
change, I
記憶
suppose.
検索信号を意図的に発信させる。
When are they studying English these days? Second?
Yeah, second year, I think.
Okay.
これによって送信者から送られた全記憶を受信者に強制的に思い出させるとい
I
う作用が発生
started
する。
in 5th, I believe.
Yes, it was the norm back then.
Yeah. And but that was also I think the same year where they started it in 4th.
Mm.
So the 4th graders at the time I was 5th grader
Mm.
also started English, I believe.
Yeah.
Either that or it was the year after. I don't remember.
未来の記憶を思い出すのよ。
So weird way to
So
structure that
then it's
sentence compared to what you said in
Video.
Japanese, but alright.
What?
This is the English way it was spun together, which of course they are or will be in the future. It's not what she said in
未
Japanese.
来の記憶を思い出すのよ。
She just says, "We'll remember the memory from the future." That's what she said in Japanese. That's why I'm look at this English one. I'm like, that's a weird way to structure it, but sure. But I assume it's also because of the sentence before.
Yeah, it's probably a mix of two
Yeah.
sentences
Yeah.
being translated into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Translating Japanese into English is not like something you just do from sentence to sentence.
It was like, again, I don't think there was anything wrong with translation. It was just a weird English sentence.
結果、受信者は送信者と全く同じ記憶を持つ状態となり、タイムリープは完了。
Woo!
例えば、
But
送
while
信者と受信者の
for many
時間が
languages you can't
一
just,
週間
you
あれ
know,
ば
word for word
No, I
translate
also
them.
didn't do
一
that
週
when I
間
said
後の未
this.
来まで
No.
自分が体験
As,
した
it was
記
just
憶を
like, but
思い出す
especially
ことになる。
Japanese,
Yeah.
because they have a completely different way of structuring
Not to
their
mention
sentences
context
and
is
whatnot.
key in Japanese.
Yeah,
There's a lot of frivolous words you don't use in Japanese, but you have to use them in English to make context understandable.
Hey, Pearls.
She's not happy about it.
No.
As she should.
Hmm. She's going at it again, I think.
Yeah, but different places, so I can't really say anything right now.
注意すべきなのは、意識や人格は転送しないということ。その2つは受信者に依存する。
So, I guess you don't want dinner after this?
Maybe
お
some
っぱいに
sweets,
例えて教
but kind of
え
have to
て
go
く
to
れ。
sleep.
Okay. We'll just take some bread then.
Daru!
お
No.
現在のダルの記憶を小学生の頃のダルへと転送したとする。今のダルは2次元にも3次元にも無機物にも燃えられる変態だが、
Fucking damn it.
小学生時代はまだまだ無邪気な鼻垂れ小僧だったはず。
小学校時代の僕はそれは真面目なクソガキでしたが何か。
つまり記憶は今の19歳の変態ダルのものだが、意識、人格はその真面目なクソガキのままとなる。見た目は子供、頭脳は大人な名探偵は成立しないという。
That's a Conan reference! To the exact fucking words they used. There was a Detective Conan. Yeah.
なんだ
The body of a boy, the brain of an adult!
Yeah.
That's what it said.
What? That sucks.
Yeah.
This isn't like the time leaping you see in sci-fi novels.
No. If you wanted to do that, we'd have to transfer personality and consciousness, and that would be way too much data. Simply too much data.
It might also be more complicated to
Yeah, because you
Get a
have
hold
to
of.
map out everything.
Hmm.
Though, Kurisu says they haven't, but I think it's fucking different because it's another game. But it wasn't
Because
made
it's Steins
at this
Kid
point.
Zero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that game wasn't made when this game came out,
Yeah.
so whatever.
We aren't yet capable of transferring personality and consciousness.
携帯がブラックホールとホワイトホールのような役割を果たすから、記憶をくれるのは自分が携帯を持ってる時期の範囲
Though
内
there
で
is still the whole philosophical question of like, what is memories if not the things that make you who you are?
We had the discussion already.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, still.
Yeah.
So, because it's like, so you give these memories to a younger you, would that not, because of the memories, thereby experience, make them...
Not necessarily.
No, actually, context is key.
Exactly, and that's your conscious.
I suppose that's true.
It would
Memories...
be like bombarding yourself with memories that your consciousness can't follow because they haven't experienced it.
That too.
Which is why they're saying don't send it too far back. Because we don't know what kind of problems could arise if you send it back to a child you. Also because development of the brain is a little bit, different as a child. There are some things you cannot have as thoughts and stuff.
注意すべきなのは、送信者と受信者は同一人物でなければならないということ。例えば、過去の自分ではなく、親や友達が代わりに出てしまった場合、神経パルス信号はその親や友達に向けて放射される。
Yeah, that too.
Interesting. So you could technically reprogram whoever you want. Essentially.
I mean, they could override or they could be rejected. Don't really know.
It's a good question.
And again, if you do override it, we don't know what will happen either, because your consciousness and your personality is one thing, and then you suddenly have these new memories, which are gonna clash, because they're not the same.
As Okabe has described before,
die.
A disconnect.
Yeah. A deadly disconnect, it could be. Why are you so sad?
The lab falls into silence. I mean, also, like, because if you send it all of your memories and whatnot into a child, is their brain evolved enough to contain the amount of memories that you have?
There are definitely some associations they cannot have, which is the problem. Because the child brain isn't developed enough to have all of those associations. That's why everything is a lot more black and white when you're a child.
Oh, yeah. Which is why...
Nuance is hard for a kid, so...
which is why it definitely...
Which is also why, like, even if it did work, the whole memory thing, as a child, you wouldn't be able to see the gray nuances in the memories that you've received. You would either be like, that's a bad thing, or that's a good thing, right? So... you would have a different outlook on it compared to adults with the same memories.
So... Inside Out? How, for them in the first movie, it was all about... They had these memories and they were all categorized into specifically the emotions that they had.
Yes.
There was no
memories.
mixing between them.
No.
And whatnot. But at the end, it was like, it's okay for emotions to mix for a memory.
Yeah, because that's how nuances are made.
Yeah, exactly. So it is part of growing older. Growing up and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that was the message of the first movie. Jesus Christ, Apollo.
He's very happy, apparently.
He's very active. That's for sure. I think maybe they should also just go to bed.
Come with me to the cave.
Come with me and you'll see pure darkness. Pure darkness. Eternal darkness.
If we want to finish this goddamn chapter, let's continue.
それでどうする？
どうするって？
タイムリープマシンの扱いについてだ。
I wasn't really expecting that they were gonna lose the IBM 5100.
Oh.
But I suppose things would have been too easy if they just had it from the start.
I mean, they haven't used it for what it was supposed to be used for.
They didn't get a chance.
No. It's supposed to, hack into the database, whatever may be in there.
I feel like that encrypted database that they need the IBM 5100 to decrypt is so important that they couldn't just do that to begin with. So it's something that will...
Their assumption, yes.
So it's something that if it happens, will have to come later. And obviously they can't just, tease it and then just not give it to us.
Oh, yeah.
So it will happen.
Of course, the 5100 is going to be important. Otherwise, people wouldn't remember the computer for what it is.
No.
After this game or anime.
私たちの手に負える代物じゃないのは確かよ。一番無難なのは研究機関に譲渡して
I'm
国
growing a
家プロ
bit
ジェクト扱いにしてもらうことよ。
Oh no, he's becoming a mob!
because you pulled it out.
Sometimes I do think she just wants the sheath, but it's stuck.
Maybe.
That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, there's definitely some sheath on her crest feathers that are very hard
Yeah,
and impossible to remove.
yeah.
So maybe.
Because sometimes I see that she's also specifically going for the sheath, but it ends up hurting her. So, I don't know.
But we also. What did the steroids do? Because
They...
we got them to stop it from itching.
Yes.
So I can assume that it stopped it from itching because she stopped doing it.
It reduces auto-inflammation, yes.
Yeah, irritation. Mm. Okay.
But inflammation can come from many, many things.
Mm. So possibly the sheaths are causing some kind of irritation.
Yeah. It would
Interesting.
seem.
Okay. Well, we can try and research a bit about sheaths and how to make them easier or more easily removed. It could easily be a diet problem.
We'll have to see.
I can tell that she's not pleased to have reached this conclusion. She obviously would prefer to experiment with this technology. But I think that something inside her probably wants to conduct this experiment.
実感が湧かないな。
マヨシーも湧かないよ。
岡部の意見はちなみに法王院じゃなくて岡部の意見ね。
She's figuring him out.
I agree with Kurisu that the time leap machine is dangerous, but
実験してみたい気持ちはある。だが、実際にタイムリープを行うには問題が多すぎる。
I could imagine. This is unknown territory, not just for us, but for all of humanity. Yep.
It certainly is.
誰が
At this point in time.
タイムリープするんだ。
Basically, who's gonna sacrifice himself?
I mean, theoretically, they just copy the data, but
No,
you're not sacrificing.
that's not what I
yourself.
mean. The consequences it could have of imprinting these
Oh,
memories on your past self.
yes.
That is what I mean.
Okay.
Not your current self, but your past self. You're sacrificing your past self.
Yes. In a sense, yes.
誰って決めるのは難しい。
They finally have it. Now they don't know what to do with it.
僕はパス。
Like, it's a lot easier if they could just transport a whole person.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, oh, well, we'll just send someone back or whatever. Sure, there's the whole thing of like, well, how do we get them back to the present then? But
Don't worry about it.
that's another deal.
They'll come back to the present naturally. With age. You know?
Har, har, har.
That's how time works.
Time keeps flowing.
Yep.
Not a single person here wants the honor of being history's first time traveler. Everyone except for Mayuri is probably thinking about what could go wrong. what if the time leap were to fail?
セルンのタイムマシンみたいにジェリーマン化する可能性はゼロよ。
Yes, that is true.
Yes, but you could still kill yourself.
Mm.
Essentially.
At least another version of you.
Yeah. But wouldn't that become the current world line then?
Yes.
So the you right here, right now, will be essentially erased until someone goes back and changes it.
Mm-hmm.
このマシンで送るのはデータであって実物じゃないんだから。タイムリープに対する先入観にとらわれないで。
I don't think that's the
意
problem.
識そのものを
Kurisu.
カット&ペーストするように思われるかもしれないけど、
It's more like copy and paste, not
そう
cut
じ
and
ゃなくて
paste.
あくま
Yeah,
で
it's
も
copy and paste.
コピー&ペース
Yeah, I knew it.
ト。しかも記憶だけをね。オ
So
リジ
she
ナル
was
が
going
消え
for
ること
that
はない。
analogy.
Hmm. No, the original doesn't get erased.
No, not by this.
It's a whole thing. It's a very easy to understand example. That's not the problem.
過去へ転送したデータが何らかのミスでフラクタル構造化してしまう可能性はある。もし仮に俺が1時間前へタイムリープしたとして、フラクタル構造化によりスカスカになった記憶データが1時間前の俺の脳にぶち込まれるかもしれない。それは一種の記憶喪失と同じ状態になりかねないのでは。
Fair enough.
Yes. But also, yeah, it's just like, yeah, if anything, like, anything goes wrong, you are removing the current you,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
かもね。
So it doesn't really matter that you're only copying your current self, your current memories, because your current self will disappear.
Oh, in that sense, your current self will have to be in another world line because otherwise there would be no time leaping to begin with. It would be a paradox.
Oh yeah.
So-
Well, that I mean, like,
So the potential still exists, but in reality, physically, you don't exist. Yes.
I'm just going by
Well,
how
she's
you
told
have
that
explained the
Mm.
whole world line,
So no, 1時間
whatnot
後には
stuff.
現在に
With how only one world line at a time can
その
be
時
can
Mhm.
exist.
1時間遡った記憶喪失の俺と現在の俺が俺の脳で競合する
It's
わけ
sort of, I don't know. Would it be correct to say that the current you will be put on pause while the new you will be going on?
Mm,
You can still go back to the other one if you have the right means to do so.
yes, but then you have to do it at an exact point in time.
Yeah, but with a time machine, that's not too far fetched.
But it's not something that this game will tackle because that kind of situation will not occur.
どちらのデータ
That's all
が
I
生き
can
残る
say.
理屈で考えれば1時間前にコピーが移された時点で今も変化するから。
The conflicting current me disappears then.
それはつまり
What is that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, conflicting.
コピーペーストではないということにならないか。
Nope.
わからない。未だかつて
It's a copy and
時間を
replace.
超越した前例なんて一つもないから。
D メールでは世界は改変後に沿って再構成された。
Yes.
I'm the only one who is aware of this, however.
タイムリープしてどうなるかはわからないのよ。タイターが言うように多世界解釈ならタイムリープした時点で別の世界線に分岐する可能性と同じ世界線のまま時間だけを遡る可能性が同時に存在することになる。と同時に現在の岡部が消えない可能性の世界線も当然存在しているわけで、おそらくこの現在はそれに該当することになると思う。
Mercy's like, what's happening? I don't understand. Aiko. Yeah, but she's not allowed to put her claws into the
behind you.
building.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Get it. Eat it. Kill the moth.
Kill them all!
Kill it. But that's only if the many worlds interpretation holds in the first place.
お前はタイターの
死んでる。
言うことは信じていないのではなかったのか。
Technically, it's more Shinderu.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
You are already dead.
Omae wa mo shinderu. Nani?
Yeah, got it.
And
Fist of the North Star, I swear to God.
most people are like, that's from JoJo, right?
Oh!
It's like, no. Well, it's sort of the precursor to JoJo, I suppose.
Yeah, but it's not even made by the same dude.
No, but it's definitely without Fist of the North Star, JoJo wouldn't exist. I'm pretty sure.
That's true. At least not like we know it.
Or also the GIF of where the main character in Fist of the North Star is looking through a pile of hay, and then suddenly this other character's face is just in the hay, and they're like, huh?
Yeah. Fist of the North Star, I swear to God.
Maybe I should watch it at some point. I don't know if it's just. I have no idea if it's actually just bad at this point.
It's just old.
Yeah, it's like I could definitely see that it'll be a product on its time.
Yeah,
its
it
time.
is.
But it has some great moments, that's for sure.
コペンハーゲン解釈なら
Oh, hey, look, it's the Copenhagen interpretation again.
No, Copenhagen.
そして観測者が
That would be the correct way of pronouncing
ど
it.
ちらかに状態が収
Like
束
she does. Well, sort of like she does.
Well, technically, she only pronounces it this way because that's the way Japanese people would pronounce it.
Yeah. But it's way closer to
Yes.
how it would actually be pronounced.
I was pronouncing it like an English person would pronounce it. Even though
Copenhagen.
often I actually say Copenhagen instead.
Copenhagen?
I do say Copenhagen instead a lot
Yeah.
because of Japan, so.
Okay. We want this. No. We've already had this one.
Yeah, but it might say more. It says it's new,
Huh, okay.
so.
Oh, that's a bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a long. A well-known approach to Schrodinger's cat thought experiment. In this interpretation, before the box is opened, the cat exists as a combination of two wave functions. One that is alive and one that is dead. The instant the box is opened and the cat is observed, the wave function collapses to either condition. If the cat is alive upon opening the box, the wave function collapses to become a live cat. You may scroll down, please. What?
Quantum mechanics.
Yeah, I know it's quantum mechanics. It's the fucking principle of quantum mechanics.
Yeah, exactly.
Conversely, if the cat is dead, the wave function collapses to become dead cat. Another quantum approach to this experiment is the many worlds interpretation. In this case, the observer who found the cat alive and the observer who found the cat dead exist in two separate universes that diverge the moment the box is opened. The Copenhagen interpretation is currently the dominant theory.
Yeah.
Wave function. A quantum theory, a function representing a quantum state. Scientists are not sure if wave functions represent reality or convenient mathematical abstraction to describe what goes on in quantum mechanics. Because we cannot prove it.
I'm not sure if that's 100% true anymore.
There are some parts of quantum mechanics that we have proven, but I'm not sure wave functions is one of them.
We know enough about quantum mechanics to make a computer processor that is based on quantum mechanics.
I know, as I said, there are a lot of quantum mechanics things that have been proven to be true. But as I said, I don't know if wave functions are one of them. It's not one of the ones I've heard of from my professors. There are still some things that have not been proven.
What do they mean by wave function?
It's a function representing a quantum state.
I think I'm not understanding it correctly.
Like, the alive and dead at the same time state.
Yeah, like it is both until observed. Yeah.
And neither at the same time.
Yes. Yes. It is all possibilities at once.
Yes.
Yeah, the cat could just be gone. Honestly. There was never a cat. The cat isn't real. Hashtag conspiracy theories. But precise observation is impossible.
観測者は誰かというのも問題だ。
第三者じゃね？僕とかマユシとか。
そうとは限らない。観測者は俺かもしれないし。
The wave
そ
function
れ
has
以
not
外
been
の
proven
誰かかもしれないし。
No. Okay.
since it is a mathematical model.
Hmm.
It's not something you can observe
結局は
yet.
意識はどこにあるという問題に行き着く。
このタイムリープマシンが転送するのはあくまで記憶だけ。それは間違いない。
Doesn't matter?
転送された時点で今も再構成されるんじゃね？
Very possible, yes.
Well,
Depends on
if
how much of a difference you time leaving back will have.
yeah, if it does change the past, then at the moment of transfer, yes, the present will be reconstructed.
Yes.
That is true.
オカリンはリーディングシュタイナーでそれと同じような現象に遭遇したわけっしょ？
That is true.
D メールの場合はそれで納得できた。あれは過去にメールで干渉する行為だというのが明確だったからな。しかしタイムリープは自分の記憶を過去へ送り込む行為であり、干渉するかしないかは明確にしていない。
No. Now we could certainly talk about spam.
未来の記憶を思い出した1時間前の俺が因果に干渉するのかしないのかはその状況になってみなければわからないはず。
Yes.
Yep.
頭がこんがらがってきた。
I'm confused.
I am confused.
なんかもう宗教の分野じゃね？魂はどこにあるかって話しよう。
That's not a religious question, Daru. That's a philosophical question. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with religion. Anyone can be part of the
Yeah.
discourse, no matter the religion.
Soul. The idea about the human soul is not bound by religion.
Nope.
Religion often talk about the soul.
Mm.
That's true. What is it? Correlation does not mean causation.
Yes.
It stems from philosophy. Honestly.
待って、あんたたちは勘違いしている。人格と意識は1時間前の岡部も今の岡部も何も変わらない。
I mean, yeah. I don't think anything would really change personality or conscious-wise.
Probably not.
1 時
No.
間分の記憶を持っているかいないか。違いはそれだけよ。
そうなのか。本当に。
絶対とは言い切れないけど、何しろ誰も試したことはないんだから。
But theoretically, that's how it works.
This discussion is going nowhere. Personality and consciousness can't be strictly defined, so it's hard to imagine what might happen.
結局どっち？
Poor Maori, she's so confused.
だから、わからないの。ここでどれだけうだうだ議論したって、すべては予測止まりなんだから。この実験は、人類のこれまでの既成概念を崩壊させるものになるかもね。
Compared to how it's going to end up.
We won't know until we try. That pretty much sums it up. Yep. This is our limit as scientists.
ねえねえ。マユシーはね、難しいことはよくわかんないけど、例えばね、マユシーの買ってきたバナナをタイムリープさせるのはどうかな。
It doesn't have any memories, Maori.
You're so adorable.
Yeah. And also, it wouldn't be able to tell us the difference. It cannot speak or communicate by any other means, Maori.
You're so innocent.
Yeah.
まゆりったら。バナナには人間みたいに脳はないでしょ。
そっか。それじゃあダメだね。
Mayuri never changes.
That's fucking true.
Mayuri, just like war, never changes.
Yeah, never changes.
War never changes.
Yeah, this time it's just Maori. Maori never changes.
The atmosphere in the room, it gets a little more relaxed.
実験は
I didn't want to set your world on fire.
Sure thing, Bubby.
It's such a good song.
しかるべき研究機関に
Some,
そして
I don't know,
世間に公表する。
some, like, guess you can't even call it retro, I suppose, veteran at this point. If it's from the 50s and 40s, you know. But they certainly have some bangers from back then. Holy shit. Not like bangers as we would describe it today. 2 packs of ground beef.
Is it ground?
It
It's a
certainly
little
looks like it.
It's a little bit hard to see, actually.
That's the only reason I would think it looks like the way it is. You know, like how it's kind of like striped and
Yeah, but it's just because it could also just be strips, but I don't know.
yeah.
Not like it matters.
Yeah, no. And 3 melons and
I don't know if they're melons or pomelos. It's a bit hard to see.
what?
Pomelos. It's a citrus fruit.
Oh.
It's yellow on the outside.
Okay. I don't know.
It's more mellow and bitter than oranges.
And a 3-pack of something. I have no idea what it is.
Something big. That's all I can read, sorry. It's upside down and the writing isn't the best, so I can't really see what it says.
It could easily be instant noodles. Honestly.
The kind of packaging...
It's
I
a little
don't think
weird in
so.
packaging, but... Well,
It's hard to know.
yeah. No one has touched the time leap machine since that discussion. We're all tempted by the idea of becoming humanity's first time leapers.
But no one wants to try it.
Yet the fear of what could happen won out in the end. Perhaps as a way to forget our fears and move on, we decide to hold a celebration to mark the completion of the device. Celebration time, come on! Do 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 do. Everyone was in agreement.
Trying so hard to get that Dr. Pepper. Which
So-
in the game was called Dr. People.
It says DK Pepper.
Yeah, they call it Doc Pepper
Doc Pepper. Okay.
in the Japanese game, but they call it Dr. People in the English one.
Why is the lemon soda missing O's?
I think they're supposed to be lemons. It's just hard to see
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see.
because it's low res.
Yeah. We have some coffee,
Yeah,
some iced coffee, I
yeah,
assume.
I think so. At least some cold coffee.
Cold coffee, yeah. There's some green tea, I see.
Definitely green tea. And I think that one up there is oolong tea.
Maybe.
It looks a little bit like it at the very least.
Yeah.
It's still hard to see.
Akiba has always had a lack of supermarkets. That hasn't changed even with the anime stores gone.
Damn.
Well, the time to stop, I suppose.
Yeah, but I wanted to finish the chapter because we're basically almost done with it.
Okay,
That's what I
sure.
said. I wanted to finish the chapter.
I am gonna.
The only reason why
trust-
the stream is going on for this long is because you wanted to prove something that we can't prove either way.
I'm gonna trust your judgment this time, even though a lot of the times you've been wrong with this game.
I know there's only one story beat left of this chapter,
Yeah, but
at the very least.
apparently you don't. I don't know. For some reason, some things just don't line up in this version of the game. Very
No,
much.
but it has to end with this.
Okay.
Because it has to end on a fucking cliffhanger, as always.
Yeah.
There is no other way to end the chapter. They always end the same way.
Yeah, but the question is just how much stuff comes before the cliffhanger.
We have gone through everything that the original game had in that chapter.
Okay.
So there should only be this left.
Let's
I'm
hope.
just waiting for the announcements. That's all I'm waiting for.
After we finish shopping, Kurisu and I walk along the evening streets. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but I walk alone. No, but I walk. No. It's been too long since I've heard that song.
I don't even know it.
It's a Green Day song.
Somebody I don't know it.
What was it called again?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
不満か。
不満？
実験をしなかったことについて。
Road of Broken Dreams or something like that?
I do not know.
Something along those lines.
人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。ハイデガーの言葉よ。
Heidegger!
I think you mean Heimdinger.
No.
あんたが実験はしないと決めてくれたとき、私はむしろほっとした。誰か止める人がいてくれなかったら、私は歯止めが効かなくなってたかも。ありがとう。
Such smooth animation.
Stupid mouth. He's flying. Woo!
How would you translate this to Japanese?
What?
His response here. Just Nani?
That's context deprived, so I don't know what the
Okay.
context behind his thoughts are in this.
Excuse me? Is this gratitude?
Okay. Yeah.
Is this gratitude?
Am I seeing the dere side of tsunderes now?
Does she have a fever?
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god. Can't you
You
just
jinxed it.
keep your distance?
You jinxed. Do you know this guy?
I
熱があるせい
don't care. I want him to learn from his mistakes.
Don't worry. You'll fucking find out. Fuck around and find out soon.
Yeah.
別にあんたに
Oh
感
my
謝して
god,
るわけじゃ
she's
ないからな
blushing. I'm not grateful for you doing anything, Babaka. Short thing, Kurisu, short thing.
Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glance at us.
とにかく形式的にお礼を言っただけだから勘違いしないで。
Mm-hmm.
勘違いなどするものか。俺は当然のことをしたまでだからな。ラボ面ナンバー001であ
What's up?
り、ラボの設立者であるこの俺。
Okay.
法院京馬が最も優先するのは、ラボ面を危険から守る。
Sure.
だからお前は感謝する必要はない。
世界に混沌をもたらすとか言ってるくせに。
Yeah, but I do that while protecting my lab members. Jesus, Kurisu.
Yeah? It's not like both
Who says
things.
I can't do both?
Yeah, exactly.
Both is good.
ラボ面は俺の味方であり、世界は俺の敵である。
Exactly.
Mm.
呆れて言葉も出ない。あんたって独善的すぎ。
Maybe.
言葉なら出ているではないか。
Okabe, please.
I mean, you would say that too. If
Oh
I
yeah, I
said this.
would, but
You know better.
上げ足取るな。
it's only been 2 weeks since Kurisu and I met. Depends on what world line you go by.
Yes. But we talk a difference between 1 day, so.
Is it just 1 day?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and yet it already feels natural for us to be walking together, exchanging banter like this. So what, are you gonna hold hands? You pervert!
No.
Good. I admit that her knowledge and skills are impressive.
Airplane!
I'd like her to remain at the lab if at all possible, but she said she's going back to America this month. It's already the 13th, so I wonder when she plans to return.
そういえば飛行機のチケット取るの忘れてた。
When I asked, she said so.
電話レンジの改良に夢中になりすぎてたわ。
Whoops. gonna be expensive now.
タイムリープマシンを公表すれば世間は大騒ぎになる。セルン告発もしなければならない。帰ることはできなくなるぞ。
そうか。となるとママに電話しておかないと。
She says casually. Oh, I guess I'll just contact my mom, but hey, mom, I won't be able to come home because I have to go announce a time leap machine and expose CERN of their wrongdoings.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
cheat.
see you later.
Hi, Mom. I'm gonna cheat the world forever. I'll be home later. Bye.
The way she said it was just like, oh yeah, it's still a fucking Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
In the heat of the moment.
Okay, sure. I don't get that. Sorry.
Oh, just the endless Tuesdays.
Oh. Whatever, doesn't matter, let's continue.
My God.
I'm sorry, I don't know pop culture.
You know very well Supernatural.
Yes?
The Tuesday that keeps happening where Dean dies.
Oh, Groundhog Day! You just should have lived with that.
Everyone remembers it from Tuesday and In the Heat of the Moment because that's a song that plays every time he wakes up.
That's true. I don't remember the songs, okay?
Also, Pick and Poke
What?
because that's what's on the menu with that Tuesday.
Oh.
Pick and Poke.
I just remembered it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Well, it's because Groundhog Day is, you know, repeating the same day over and over until
Yes.
you get out of the loop.
Exactly.
But yes, looks like things are going to get busy. Naturally, I want Kurisu to stay with us to the end.
I could go up that high. Jesus.
A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back.
チース
Hello, Suzuha. Now I know it's gonna happen today. Suzuha has to be here for it.
Suzuha is here as well. We really wouldn't have been able to do this without her. So I told Mayuri to invite her as a sort of MVP.
Pizza!
Cool. Hey.
What are you doing?
Hey.
What are you doing? Don't do that. No. No. It's not allowed. No.
Then what were they buying at the grocery store?
I don't fucking know. Snackoos?
But they bought meat, clearly.
I don't know.
I am confused.
Don't worry about it.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking olives.
And green peppers.
Peppers is, like, if cooked correctly, it's okay.
Green peppers, dog.
Yellow peppers are worse.
No, green peppers are bitter as fuck.
Is it green?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember.
Yellow ones are just less sweet red pepper.
Right, yes.
And then they turn orange
Okay.
and then they turn red.
Yes.
Green pepper is bitter as fuck.
Well, he did, but they've already been eaten. Damn you, Daru. Learn some self-control.
No.
It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha.
Except that was home cooked, failure of meal.
お前なぜこの前と全く同じ種類のピザを注文したのだ？
ズバリ僕の好み。
The brown tube workshops closed.
Oh well, not gonna time leap for the rest of the day.
I confirmed with Suzuha that the 42-inch CRT TV was turned off, so there's no need to fear any malfunction from the time leap machine. Team leap beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Cheep leap beep.
Yep, yep, yep.
A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realize that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax.
おかり、おかり。
What are you so happy about? Oh, wrong one.
エリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね、声をかけたんだけど、今日は無理って言われちゃった。
Oh,
Sadness.
sadness.
そうか。何か用事でもあったのか？
エリスちゃんは今日はライネットの大会。
しまった。応援行きそびれた。なんという不覚。
あとね、ルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。
I wonder why.
ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない？
コスプレの件か？もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか？
Then what was the point of completing the costume?
恥ずかしいんだって。可愛いは正義なのに。
可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。
Yes.
I'm surprised you don't know about that.
クリスちゃんもね、可愛いよね。
Doesn't know how to take that.
ねえねえ、今度のコミマに出てみない？新作は無理だけどね、去年作ったブラチューのセーラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ね、サイズはクリスちゃんにちょうど合うと思うし。
私がコスプレか。ちょっと興味ある。
He's an otaku at heart too.
You sure could have fooled us before, pretending to have no interest in otaku culture.
でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。
着るだけでいいよ。でもね、そのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。コスプレにはそうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。
Cosplay demon compels you. I suppose.
The cosplay demon?
そういえば、クリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。でもこんな制服、都内にあったっけ？
うん、これ2週間だけあやめ院に逆留学みたいなことしてたんだけど、そこの制服を改造してきてるの。
Ayame's Women's Academy, a private school for girls in the Kudansha neighborhood of Tokyo. An academic powerhouse, Ayame is a popular destination for foreign exchange students. Probably based on an actual school.
あやめ院なんだ。あそこの制服、もともと可愛いもんね。
It's her tail.
でも
She's playful.
クリスちゃんの改造センスはね、
Okay, that hard.
すごくいい
Yeah.
かも。明日コス持ってくるね。そしたら試着してくれる？
いいわ。
Looks like Kurisu approves of the cuteness is justice philosophy.
やめといた方がいいんじゃないか
Oh
な。
yeah, right. She still hates her.
ナキセクリスを信じると痛い目に遭うよ。
それどういう意味？
Damn it, we were having fun, girls.
この前から思ってたんだけど、私あなたに何かした？
直接は何も。でも私、君のしたこと全部知ってんだよね。
何よ、私がしたことって。 後ろめたいことは何もしてない。
でしょうね。で
I
も
was wondering if they were going
知ってるんだ
to reuse that animation to just have it look back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But
I was like, what happened?
私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だから、ぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。
装
oh,
置なんてないよ。強いて言うなら予言。
That was certainly more specific.
つまり、言いがかりってことか。
Aiko!
what are you doing?
Tension song playing.
事実だってば。
Uh-oh, we've got a situation here.
おかわり。二人を止めて。
Where did you come from?
The floor.
この場を丸く収
He
め
was
ら
sitting
れ
on the floor.
Yeah, but it was just funny. He just came out
よう
of
だな。
the frame there.
二人ともここは引け。この章王院京馬が預かる。
Sure thing, puppy.
They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed.
助手よ、俺はお前をそのように育てた覚えはないぞ。
You didn't raise her.
育てられた覚えもない。
マッドサイエンティストを目指すのなら最も必要なことを教えてやろう。すなわち表面は熱く、奥底では冷たく。
That's ironic coming from you, Okabe.
聞いてない。なるつもりもない。
Yeah. She's already assassinated.
Even though that's not what she said in Japanese.
お前がラグナロックにおいて戦うべきはセルンのはずだ。
岡部倫太郎には忠告したよね。マキセ・クリスには気をつけてって。
ちょ
You're going to mention that here? Now?
Tara's staring at them.
どういうことよ、岡部。
Okay.
お前たちどちらも引くつもりはないようだな。ならば好きなだけやり合うがいい。戦って戦い抜いて、その後河原で握手して友情を芽生えさせるがいい。
What is this, Yakuza?
Hmm.
だがな、将来社会に出る時のためにこれだけは自覚しておけ。お前たちは二人とも空気が読めない。
うるさい。もう二人とも聞いて。マユシンはね、喧嘩は嫌いなのです。仲良くしようよ。
Oh, in that case, okay.
Marty's words managed to calm the two combatants down, but the air still prickled with tension. I made my way to the rooftop for a breather.
ねえねえ、おかり。
I was just wondering what she was holding.
Oh,
What
she's
the light
holding
was.
the Asylum Saber.
Yeah. My ID had followed me up holding the Salium Saber. I guess. For some reason. If she's trying to threaten me, it's not working.
なんだかね、ここ何週間かですごく賑やかになったね。
ああ、確かに
I established the Future Gadget Laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. Warudo.
The what?
That was around the middle of March this year, which means it's been almost 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, my ID showed up, I'm still not sure why, and became a lab map. For about a month, it was just me and my ID. Then in early May, I finally got Daro to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is just a 3-minute walk from May Queen Yan Yan. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Daru, so the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. And now the lab mem count has increased to 8. It happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems.
I mean, it happened in 2 weeks. So
Mhm.
yes,
Well,
give it a take.
blink of an eye. They did...
Suddenly summer is over. Isn't that how it works?
Suddenly you're 30.
Hmm.
They didn't come today, but Lukaku visits occasionally, and Faris is a familiar face at May Queen Nyan Nyan, or at least she was before May Queen disappeared. I remember feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home.
楽しいね。ラボ面が8人に増えたでしょ。ちょっと狭くなってきたなってマユシーは思うんだ。まず
Fair enough.
椅子が足りないのです。買ってこなくちゃだよ。オカリンはお金ある？
椅子を買うと貯金が底をつく。
Then I'd need to get a part-time job again.
じゃあマユシーのバイト代もちょっと出していいよ。あとはね、電子レンジ新しいの買わないとジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンが温められないよ。
Juicy chicken number 1.
あ
Man,
あ、
that's fucking chicken.
それはすまん。
Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her.
だがマユリ、タイムリープマシンを譲渡して謝礼をもらえば、問題はすべて解決する。
椅子と電子レンジの代金とちょっぴり上がっちゃったお家賃を払えるぐらいはもらえるかな。
もらえるさ。もっともらえる。
そうなんだ。よかったね、オカリ。
なぜそんなに嬉しそうなんだ？
だってお友達たくさんできたもん。ダルくんでしょ、クリスちゃんでしょ、ルカちゃんでしょ、すずさん、マイカさん、フェリスちゃん、店長さん、ナエちゃん、他に
So many names.
春の頃はオカリンはとっても寂しそうだったけど、もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
それはどういう。
Ooh. I tried to ask, but before I can finish, the rooftop door bursts open and Daro steps out looking white as a sheet. Something must have happened. The subtitles read: Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote Sobu Keihin Tohoku
Keihin Tohoku line.
Lines.
つうか全部秋葉原駅通ってるじゃん。まゆし帰れないんじゃね？
Oh well.
本当だ。家に電話しなくちゃ。
I don't know. Sorry. I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akihabara are suspended, as if that were the target.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね。そっか。私、用事思い出したから、ちょっと出かけてくる。なんなの？彼女。
Why is it so blurry? Suzuha is acting strange. Is that related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leap machine?
It's so funny that it looks like a glass or whatever that is.
Something occurs to me. The 2 threatening emails I've received. Who sent them? And there's more. It all hits me like a flashback. Words and images flash through my head. CERN.
CERN.
CERN. CERN.
Man.
CERN.
The set program.
CERN.
Government secrets. The
CERN.
organization. The committee
CERN.
of 3. That's not CERN. The committee of 300 governs CERN. You absolute dingus.
I'm having fun, okay?
But you're wrong.
私たちひょっとするととんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
Taken separately, each of these elements are insignificant. But if I consider them part of a single line, they all point to one inescapable truth. That this hourglass doesn't work. It is not doing anything.
Well, he is holding it at an angle, so.
But even then, before it was standing up there and it wasn't pouring through.
Worry.
We've come too far.
No, really!
Fear seizes my heart in an icy grasp. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. Don't you ever forget me.
No, it's don't forget me! Don't forget me!
Yeah, but I'm just, making it. Should we run? Get out while we still can? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's looking at anything. Nobody's smelling anything. Nobody's hearing anything.
Nobody's seeing anything.
What should we do? It's okay. I'm just
This
being
is
paranoid.
fine.
It's all a quingadoodle.
Yeah, all a quingadoodle.
Tomorrow we'll get rid of the time leap machine. Then we can forget all of this happened.
Sure.
Pretend it was just a dream.
Mm-hmm.
We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we can forget about today and welcome tomorrow, we'll be okay, won't we? I hear sirens raining a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in an uproar. Yet here, it's quiet. This lab
Too quiet.
and the surrounding areas are so quiet. When I turn back around to Mayuri, she's staring
Oh
at
yeah,
her,
right. It's a fucking pocket watch. Forgot that.
her pocket watch with a look of worry. The next thing I know, the door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. The next thing,
gun!
no, I have a gun pointed at me.
And rifles.
It all happened so fast. No one has time to scrim. Scum little scum.
僕ら全員両手を上げろ
Hands in the air like you just don't care.
I don't think that's the right way to do it.
What is this? Are we on candid camera? My mind races for some sort of positive justification. Then I hear a new sound coming from outside. It's Suzuha, or the sound of high heels.
It's not Suzuha. It's Moeka.
Ah,
It's Shining Finger.
okay. Lab mem number 5.
005.
Monica? She's our leader? The least imposing woman I've ever met.
萌香さんこれって
タイムマシンを回収させてもらう。牧瀬クリス、岡部銀太郎、橋田至、3名については我々と一緒に来てもらう。
Oh yeah, blood trigger warning, by the way.
I don't understand.
For anyone watching this.
どういう
Look away.
ことだ
答えられない。
冗談だろ
あなたたちに答える必要はないという意味。抵抗は許されない。
Resist shall not be forgiven. Is what she said.
Resistance is futile.
No, she literally said will not be forgiven.
Yeah.
But yes.
どこへだ
I don't have to tell you that.
She doesn't intend to answer that either.
理由と行き先を教えてもらわない限りついていくことはできない。
拒否することは認めない。あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。
You can run, but you can't hide.
私たちの
Can't even
They
run.
can't even fucking
す
run.
でに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
It was them. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains.
Obviously.
手
Fine.
荒なまねはしたくない。3人とも一緒に来て。なんで3人なの？何を聞かれても答えるつもりはない。あなたたちはただついてくればいい。
お
Okay.
かりんとりあえず言うこと聞いとくべきじゃね
だが目的を言ってもらわないと。
ねえ萌香さんは
in answer.
I point a gun at you.
Cockalick chick.
一緒に来てもらうのはあなたたちの口を封じるため。
Silencia!
Everyone.
Silence us?
それは拒否しても変わらない。
Does that mean she plans to kill us?
Whoops.
一体誰の差し金だ。お前たち何者なんだ。
Hit the mic.
Oh, I did?
Well, it's shaking. You must have hit it.
Yeah, you would think so. I didn't feel it.
私たちはセルンの
Well, that makes total sense, right?
M4 口を慎め。
Of course. Who else could it be?
3人とも一緒に来て。これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
Why are you showing your face while the others are not?
I don't know.
That's a little weird.
I assume it's because either they're going to go with her or they're going to die, so she doesn't care. She does have a helmet.
Yeah, but what about the others then?
Mm-hmm. If they're just hired help, I guess it's a bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, but they
I
are.
can't tell you why.
It's just more the thing that they are people they most likely would not be able to recognize, so therefore they shouldn't care if they get seen. While her, they recognize.
I cannot tell you that right now.
Nope. She points the muzzle at my dick. Oh.
No, admire.
椎名真由里は必要ない。
You only say the three of them.
よせ。
Get in between them? Protect Mayuri?
I will say absolutely nothing to that statement.
Are you not hoeing Kyoma? Someone, anyone, please stop her. Stop Boyka!
セルンのために FP のためにセルンのために FP の
Facebook?
No, no. FB's not Facebook.
My blood curdles. Really? No.
No.
A sharp, dry crack splits the air. That was not the sound of a gun.
Sounded like it had a silencer on.
It's not even the sound of a silencer.
No, but in media it's the sound of a silencer.
Yes. It didn't have a silencer on. Everything moves in slow-mo. Shot through the heart and you're too
No,
late.
she was not shot through the heart.
Shot through the boob and
No,
you're...
she was not shot through the boob either.
Shot through the face and you're too late.
That's better. She shot through the head. Right through her frontal lobe.
The raging flow of time grows gentle. As you can see, well,
You can't see it from that angle, actually.
no, but when we saw it from the other angle, there was definitely no protrusion at the front. Mayuri's body slowly crumples to the ground. The smell of gunpowder. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose.
The smell of gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
Fair enough reaction.
まゆり
She did. She pissed. She's Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Mayuri's Pepsi. She isn't even twitching.
You're shot through the brain. It's almost immediate death. Of course she would be twitching.
Yeah, more or less.
もう一度言う。3人とも一緒に来て。これ以上の警告はしない。抵抗する
No, definitely not. Did not have a silence on. Pretty clear there.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah. It really marks a sad, dark time when Mayuri is no longer there.
I give you blood. Gallons of the stuff. I gave you all that you can drink, and it will never be enough. I gave you blood.
Oh, hello, Suzuha. Bonk. Bonk, bonk. Well, they were not expecting that, were they?
Aren't you a bit late? Suzuha. Suddenly, Suzuha storms into the room, knocking down the invaders one after another without a moment's hesitation. Ganu.
Ah, yeah, I remember this.
She moves.
Very good shot. What? Yeah? I don't know, what are you talking about?
She moves to up her gun.
Oh, I didn't even realize there was a timer there. I was like, yeah, she moves up to the gun.
No, that's not what it's saying.
No.
She moves to pick up a gun that one of them had dropped,
そ
and
こまでよ。
Got him. So close.
何者
42テレビ点灯済み
何を動くな
それはこっちのセリフ
Fucking sounds. I don't remember them being that bad in the anime, but it's been a very long time. I know they're not that bad in Zero. I don't fucking know.
that's when it hits me. 42 TV turned on.
You talking about a giant fucking CRT downstairs?
Yeah.
That's why she left. So get in there and turn it on. That's why she's late, so to speak.
I pick up future gadget number 4
Mode
snake. And pull the pin.
Snake!
White smoke instantly fills the room.
Okabe
I'll do it.
俺が飛ぶ
Demo
失敗した
on you.
俺が
I mean-
助ける
That should be a reaction to whoever goes back.
Yeah. But she's obviously cares a lot more for Okabe than she's willing to let on at this moment.
Oh, really?
No! I mean, she's
Why
also
would
the
you
poster
say
girl.
that?
Because she's the poster girl and she's a tsundere.
I might fail. I might even die. But I have to try.
That rhymed. Yes! Now go before she gets out of the smoke and shoots me, Kurisu!
Do it.
やれ
Do it.
マシンを動かせ
Do it.
Do it!
Do it. I see skies blue. Roses too. I forget the rest of the song.
I don't know the song. Sorry.
It's quite an old song, honestly.
Probably why I don't know it.
It was used a lot for like traveling ads back in the day in Danish TV.
I don't know.
I forget. No, I can't. I can't make his rumbling voice. I see blue, white lightning shining through the smoke.
Yes, blue, white lightning, indeed. It said light, not lightning.
Did I say light?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Lightning, same.
No.
Wait for me, Mayuri! I'll cross through the time to save you. So please, wait for me. My memories will leap to the past to the leap.
Woo! Got him!
He's nuts!
Metaphysics necrosis! Oh, hey, look! Another Kurisu scene!
Yeah.
That will be next time. We finish the chapter. We now past the halfway mark. And there are now no quiet times anymore.
Yep.
It's all downhill from here. I told you he'd fuck around and find out.
I think you mean uphill.
No, it's only downhill from now on. You won't understand before you get there.
No, I'm talking from a story perspective.
Well, technically, I'm also talking from a narrative perspective. It's only downhill from here.
I don't think we have reached the tip yet. We have reached the point of no return, so it will go down a little bit before it goes up again.
Will there even be a point of no return when it comes? Yeah, actually, there is a point of no return, and we passed that almost at the beginning of the game. So I wouldn't even say this is the point.
This
of
is
return.
definitely a point of no return because
No, this is a point of divergence where the shifts of the tone of the entire game is going to change. It is not a point of no return.
how will he get back to this point?
To what point?
This exact moment.
Well, it's compared to how long he leaped back in time, I suppose.
But still, it's a point of no return.
No, I wouldn't say so.
It is certainly not the climax.
No, it is a change of arc in the narrative.
The point of no return is usually...
It's further to the end. And I must say this game is... Because of the way it's written, it's not going to follow that kind of narrative model.
No?
No.
Okay.
Because the point of no return in this game is not really that climatic. But you won't know what the point of no return is before like the end of the game. You've already passed it, you just don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't call this a point of no return.
The point of no return is when I started playing this game.
Close enough, I guess, yeah.
Because now I have to go through this.
Yeah. But now you get rewarded for it.
What's my reward?
Him suffering.
Where's my pizza?
You know, rewards aren't always tangible.
I need pizza.
No, no pizza.
If I know pizza, I know work.
No pizza. What are you doing in the bottom, Pearls?
Well, right now she's paying attention to Aiko, who's nearby.
Oh, I see.
I'm tired,
Yeah, same.
and I didn't get to take my medicine.
Nincompoop.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Don't be like me. Take your medicine.
Take your medicine on time.
My head is very floaty right now, and sort of what's it called? Slightly dizzy. It's a weird feeling.
But yes, we finally reached the point where there's no more quiet world building time. They're done with that now. Because now they have consequences to live with.
Why do I have to live with the consequences of my actions?
He realized a little bit too late how far he's gotten into this whole thing. Literal seconds before they came in to raid them.
Is this an important plot point?
Which one?
Oh, the satellite.
The what?
Satellite. Or possibly time machine, I don't know.
I mean, they focused on it in the beginning of the game. So, yes, I would assume so.
Well, this is more because it's here on the main
Yes.
menu, so...
I mean, it did arrive the day that we started the game. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You'll get your answer very soon. As a matter of fact. Next chapter. The satellite will be important in the next chapter.
Oh well. Eh. Stop.
You need to end the stream.
No.
Yes.
We just sleep here.
No. Can't sleep while we're streaming, god damn it.
Technically we're not allowed to.
No.
I believe that's against the guidelines of Twitch.
It probably is now, yes.
Because people have misused it and
Yeah.
whatnot, but whatever. Or you're at least allowed to stream yourself sleeping. I think. You can have the stream running while you're not there. You know, just have it do reruns or whatever. That's allowed, but you not like streaming yourself sleeping. People have done that.
Yes, I can imagine. People will watch the weirdest shit.
Yeah. In one case, it was someone who was sleeping and had like sort of notification sounds on for, you know, bits and what kind of stuff that is very, very loud noises to make him wake up in a...
That sounds
In a snap.
unhealthy.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, you read what you saw, I guess.
I'm pretty sure I didn't hit the mic, but I guess I did.
Maybe you boosted.
My boobs are not that big.
No, but you might not be able to feel it because of your bra. Oh well. You don't really need to hit the mic a lot for it to swing like that.
No, I
So-
suppose.
Oh, I'm tired. I need to go to bed, please.
I am. Yeah. Like always, we'll be back again on Saturday,
Yes.
8 p.m. Central European summertime. And, well, if you follow us here on Twitch, you will be notified when we start streaming. So you don't have to, remember what time it is and whatnot. You will just be notified. And over on YouTube, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and set it to all,
Yep.
you will then be able to actually see all of our videos we upload. Otherwise, we can't guarantee that you will see all of our videos.
No. That is true.
And yeah, leave a like if you liked it. Engage with the algorithm in that sense.
Yeah.
Pearls, you need your stuff.
She's looking at us like that.
Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next one.
On the next stream.
Strem de la strem.
Yep. Yep.
Bye bye.
Bye.